think you should lean back because your position might change later. Usually during the podcast, at the start, people are like this.
And
then they go like this. No, it's very common.
I'm just like, I already like...
Chill, bro. Just relax.
Come over a little bit.
The amount of times that we've had screw-ups filming
Oh,
like...
same.
This is worse because it's 2 hours podcast and we didn't press record.
We filmed a whole video recently, just no audio.
We also
we listened back and we were like, oh no.
What do you mean by no audio? So what do you guys use to record the audio?
So like we had our lapel mics on, they were on, and then also the little thing that goes on top of the camera is on, like the transmitter, and then the camera's on. So then when we go to look back and there's no audio, we're like, how is that even possible? Everything was on, but it was actually the setting of the camera.
Yeah, so when you press record, there's some icon that says no volume, right?
Yeah, ours is like an S and Q. It's more for slow-mo shots, cinematic shots, which I love, which we also never use, but we accidentally shot a whole video in that. And no audio.
We learned the hard way.
It's very sad.
I'm at episode 80 something, 86. This is I think 88, but it still happens sometimes. That's why I have Vishnu here. Yeah,
listening in.
Even for the side-sided episode, they were rolling for 10 minutes and then
15.
Recording there.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm very forgetful. I've been this way my whole life, unfortunately.
I see it, the checklist.
So we have a checklist there, and I can tell you that checklist has been absolutely useless. Okay? And I knew it because I've got buddies, right, that have told me, put the checklist so that you won't forget. And I was reluctant to do it many times. Like, even if they asked me a couple of times, I still didn't want to do it because I knew that I wouldn't utilize it. And I ended up...
And lo and behold, there it is, an ornament on the wall.
Yes, and...
No worries, I can check for you.
Well, to be fair, can I just say something right now? We also have a checklist on our wall as you go out. It's on the back of the door, actually, so you can't miss it, right? Because you got to open the door, you look, you close the door, you look.
Yeah.
This man here, we go to Scotland 3 weeks. Last thing on that checklist, turn off all the lights.
Oh.
Were all the lights turned off? He
Lock
got
all
back.
the door.
He's blaming his sister. Did you come to the apartment and not tell me?
Right.
So, but it was you.
It was just his
it was me. I totally
He forgot to lock
that.
one of the doors.
It's okay. My dad and mom still has this argument. You know, it's cool, man. They've been married for 30 years.
You need to understand, as a man, we have something more bigger that we need to think. Right?
Yeah. like man stuff, you know.
Yeah, just man stuff.
Like
That's
when the world going get it end, what we going to do?
Yeah,
what,
You're gonna do nothing.
apocalypse.
It's ending. That's it. You're just
What
gonna
if got
say,
zombie? What's the weapon that we can use?
Okay,
Where's the
that I
exit?
understand.
Speaking of apocalypse and world ending, right? It's so crazy to think that the time that we are in, it sucks to say a nuclear war can just break out at any moment. That's the truth, man. And it's so horrible to say that.
Wow, I love how this is how we're starting off the podcast, right?
Yeah,
Nuclear war is happening.
No, this is the reality. It I don't know, you know, wars are horrible, but it can happen at any moment, you know.
Yeah,
Do you
we
think
never
Malaysia
know.
have a nuclear? Do you think we have?
I don't think so.
But I remember one day I see we have this kind of like
Did you see a UFO?
no,
We've been watching the documentaries
not
about
UFO.
UFO.
But what I see is Malaysia, they have like nuclear power plant something at Bangi or Kajang. I don't know. One night I used that road MC and I'm just like,
oh, you saw it.
It's kind of like Pusat Penyelidikan Nuklear. I'm just like,
yeah.
okay, interesting.
If this is your first time listening to this podcast or watching Let's Get It, or maybe it's your second or third time, if it's your second or third time and you enjoyed it and you laughed and you liked this content, please do me a favor. It will really help out a lot. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, engage in the comments, talk to some people. You know what? Even throw out racist stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but anyways, enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay, so the reason why I say I don't think so that we have nuclear weapons is because you know when you listen to like the international news, right? Okay, they would usually highlight the countries that have a nuclear weapon. Obviously, Israel is one of them, right? But they never talk about, like, it seems like there's only a few countries that have, so they never mention.
Yeah, I know, but there's
Malaysia.
reasons for that. Like, many countries wouldn't mention Malaysia. Like, think of all the funny things that go on in Malaysia, and we're just like, oh, okay, you know.
You're talking about our, what do you mean? Our drama,
I'm
our.
talking about like Kim Jong-un's older brother that died in Malaysia.
Oh, our nationwide drama show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
But
way,
hey, I love you, Malaysia.
talking about
Don't
Malaysia,
throw me
do
out,
you heard
please.
like a lot of like killing happen?
Recently, right, bro?
Quite crazy.
It's like
yeah. It is
every
crazy,
day.
There was that. I forgot his name. He went out for a
Eh,
jog.
Vishnu-
That's right. The YouTuber and singer.
Oh yeah,
Not-
that
not,
guy,
fuck,
the
what's his name?
singer.
What's his
Yeah,
name, bro?
singers.
He has long hair,
Yeah,
right?
it's hum something.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Just went for a run and then found in the river.
do you know much about that case? I'm not. My buddy has been sending me news updates about it, and he's saying like it's suspicious. The case.
for
Do you know about it? I don't know much.
What I know just like he just found like he walking out at the CCTV near the river, and the next day is their family said that he went missing. Then after that, they found
The dead body.
the dead body in the
You know
river.
what? This is the time for Netflix to get into Malaysia because we've been watching so many murder mysteries
Yeah.
on Netflix and
Uh.
it's all here in Malaysia. Like, it's so terrible.
They could if
and
they wanted to. You know these.
Yeah, Malaysia have a lot of
I would
interesting
love to know
crime.
what the ins and outs. Like, right. Let me just say, one of the big culture shocks when I came to Malaysia.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk a lot
Right?
about your culture shocks.
One of the things related to this topic is your news, right? Okay, Scotland, the UK, we're sugar-coated. We're like little babies. They wrap us in cotton wool. They don't tell us too much. Here, your news, like as soon as something happens, you've got photos online of dead bodies that are maybe a little bit blurred. You know, you've got headlines like, oh, you know, man found in suitcase chopped up into 21 pieces. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like your news, there are some things in your news that, of course, your government just don't want in there and they do not allow in there. But your little like news outlets on social media just get in there so fast, your government can't even like try and stop it. It's so crazy what is in your Malaysian news. Like I cannot believe how open and honest they are, especially about murders, killings, just up the road, down the road from you in the centre of KL. You're like,
So you know
Alamak.
about the Asha cyberbullying case? The cyberbullying case recently, and there was
with the content creator. is
yeah.
it?
So there was this Indian girl that went
Yeah.
viral. She was fined 100, and she had quite a arrogant look on her face.
Not the victim,
The bully.
The
perpetrator.
bullies, yeah.
Yeah, it was like her and a guy, right?
Yes.
And the guy looked a little bit more remorseful, but the girl who was like also bullied her so much, yeah, she came out like smiling and only got 100 ringgit fine.
Yeah, I don't understand about that. Like, she caused someone
To
die.
die. That's not worth 100 ringgit.
Let me I actually watched this video from a content creator in India, okay, and he covered this case because like what Alana said, our news or whatever happens here is just so entertaining. So I listened. It was just so happened this Indian channel. I had to read the subtitles because it was in Tamil, but it was quite a good video lah. So he explained. He said that the Asha case, what happened was, remember when there was this Muslim person that is an expatriate, tourist. He came to Batu Caves. Yeah, you know what Batu Caves is? Yeah, he came to Batu Caves and he was reading. He was reading some verses from the Quran, which of course is disrespectful to Indian
Yeah,
community.
for
I've
in the
seen
community.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Asha was she had sort of a presence, right, in the Indian community in Malaysia. So she was, if I'm not mistaken, she was highlighting this case, right? And then people went over to his account, right, and started basically shitting on him, like that tourist. They found his account and they started shitting on him. I can't say for sure whether Asha was the one leading the charge, but she was talking about this incident. So what happened was that guy eventually apologized. Yeah, I think if you all remember, there was some post about it. He apologized, you know. So after that, Asha was using this. It's a skincare sort of product, right? This was probably weeks or months later, using a skincare product. The skincare product had an ingredient in it that was, I guess, harmful, or it would be bad for your skin actually. So she found out about it. She put the product on blast and start talking shit about this product in her stories and all. The owners of that business, that skincare product business, hired some people to go and harass Asha, cyberbully, which is those people. Alpha Queen is the Indian lady with that pink vest she wore, and there was a lorry driver, another Indian guy, and another person I can't remember. So this is all from that channel. This is what I heard him say. So he was saying that they paid these people to go and keep on harassing Asha. So eventually Asha could not take it. She went to the police station and made a report. Yeah, she said that I think if I'm not mistaken, she said I can't take it, I'm gonna kill myself. She even said those words. So what the police did was nothing. If I'm not mistaken, they didn't even look into her phone, like to see her evidence, or maybe they did, but they didn't do much. And right after the report, the morning itself, she went the night before, the morning itself, she already committed suicide. Yeah, so it's it's a wild case. And I'll tell you something even wilder. The lady that we see, the Indian lady that got 100 ringgit fine, you go to her YouTube channel, it's up right now.
Oh, she has a
YouTube channel. Not only that, you go to her YouTube channel right now, okay? There's 2 videos about cyberbullying. One of it is titled Stop Cyberbullying. The other one is something about cyberbullying, or you can try and find it, Vishnu.
Oh my god, the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What the hell?
What the hell, right? So
Yeah, listen to your own video and then listen again, then listen again, and then learn something.
one thing's for sure, I think that our Malaysian netizens we're a special kind, huh? I don't know about other. There's so many countries in this world. I've only lived in here long enough. I was in Melbourne. I don't know, but if people sort of seem to know that our netizens are quite sensitive, emotional. They're always here, there.
Yeah, in Malaysia, I don't know, like netizens feel like they're above everything.
I don't know, bro.
Like Malaysia and Indonesia, the netizens, I would never do anything to have netizens turn against you. It's just not something you want here in Malaysia or Indonesia.
I understand what you mean. It's you rather be friends than enemies of the netizen. Yeah. The most recent one, I'm not gonna get too into this but remember there's Palestine refugees that came over. Anwar made this initiative to help
just recently.
Yeah, to help these Palestinians, and there's outrage, from citizens, because they're saying like, focus on your own country.
Yeah, we've seen those videos.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, but I just could have sworn just a couple of months ago, netizens are saying like, why not we help out these people?
Why not we send our soldier go there, right? Got some netizens. I'm like, now we're helping. Now you want to see a negative side of it.
It's crazy.
But that's the thing, like, humans will always find the negative. Like, as humans, like on our own selves, we have to always just look for the positives, because no matter what you do in this life, whether you live the most perfect life you can, whether you post content online, whether you're a banker in a bank, like, someone will always have something negative to say, always. And people flip so quick. So it's okay, stay in your lane, do your best, and that's all you can do.
Well, you would know, Alana. You do content, so you would know how people are very critical. And do you get more immune to it after a while, or what do you think?
100%. Like, you have to grow a thick skin. And since Abbas and I got married, this is like one thing that I'm always trying to say to Abbas, like, do not reply to the negative comments. Like, Abbas will happily sit there.
He tries to defend you.
Yeah, and just defend what he thinks is right. Like, he will sit there happily for hours, like, you're wrong, no.
Because like, I'm just like, guys, even though like you have a point, but doesn't mean you are right.
But it doesn't matter. These people will never be happy. Like, just let them chat, let them gossip. Like, no worries. And I think since I became Muslim, obviously the Haram police are always like buzzing around like flies. Yeah, like if I wear like one thing that's
you
maybe
mean like kind of like the people that always think that
the Haram police, right?
So what you're saying is, I mean, from what I understand is because you have a social media presence, and obviously you all recently got married and you recently converted. So because of that, I think it's because of your social media presence, right, that they want to keep a eye on you, is it? Or tight eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
And okay, for me personally, like everything, alhamdulillah, has been actually really pleasant, because here in Malaysia, like I was already in and around content creation like over 2 years before I reverted, and they already seen like my path to Islam during that time. So when I did revert and I wasn't wearing hijab straight away, like Malaysians were so sweet. Like if say another person who's not Malaysian comes to my channel like, oh, you're Muslim, why are you not wearing hijab? Like Malaysian netizens, this is why like netizens are so beautiful as well. They'd jump in and be like, Alana's just reverted, like don't force her away from Islam, like don't pressure her, like for goodness sake, like give her some time. So netizens were so supportive that way. But still to this day, like if I post something, I don't know, just like the outfit I was wearing in Taiwan, it's leggings,
kind of like
but it's got a
bit
skirt,
tight, yeah.
and like the Haram police, not really Malaysians, okay, some Malaysians were like just jumping in saying like, oh, you shouldn't wear this, and then they were like tagging Abbas like, your husband should know better, and I was like, guys,
So
I'm
come
just like,
Chill
bro,
that down.
she chose to wear hijab, like thankful for that.
Yeah, no, got you,
Yeah.
got you.
Surely, right?
Bro,
So mainly they're so lovely.
sorry,
but-
Alana, when you say the Haram police, are you talking about like just people or really the authorities?
oh,
Or just people.
just people.
Yeah, because I was like, what? Yeah, so it's like saying grammar Nazis, right?
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, that's quite,
Yeah, when you guys gave
suffocating,
such a
you
big
know?
reaction there, I was like, hey, it's not that big, right? It's just Haram
Yeah.
police. Don't worry about it.
It's not the Sharia.
Oh,
Yeah, bro, that's very suffocating, you know.
That would be something different. Now, I
Yeah.
just posted about like extremism yesterday
Yeah, I
because
saw.
like we just in Scotland we just received a group of female Muslimas from Afghanistan because they were no longer allowed to study their medical degrees in Afghanistan. Now, what's going on in Afghanistan? You know, it's no longer following Islamic law or Islamic religion. This is like extremists. Like when women are not allowed to go outside, not allowed to have phones.
Not allowed to study. Right?
This is not right.
Do elaborate more. I'm not too familiar. I just know that when people talk about the more extreme side is usually the case in Afghanistan. Like, what's actually happening? Is there a war going on there?
It's not a war.
It's
It's
not a
just
war.
like
It
people that
could be a civil war, like if they push.
like between them, they have like these extremists and you know the real Islam and the extremists.
Got you.
So the extremists like you
The
cannot do
extremists
this, you
took
cannot do
over.
this, you cannot do this. So that's why they not allowed the women studying, right?
They weren't allowed to study recently. They weren't allowed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go
for
on
me,
their
like-
phones.
You can be religious, but you need to think. Like,
And also, when it comes to something like the hijab, now this is a topic that's so passionate for me because I've been allowed to be on this path with my hijab. I've been allowed, even time after I reverted, to wear it or don't wear it. It's up to you, Alana. You're not forced by your husband. You're not forced by your government. You're not forced by your family, Alana. You're not even forced by netizens because they were always coming in and saying, Alana, you take your time. You do whatever you want. So when I look at a country, women in a country that are forced to, for
they
example,
are forced, is it?
wear hijab, they cannot like go outside without it. I'm like, oh no, that's so wrong. Like, who is God in this world? Nobody is God to force another to wear
So
hijab.
let me ask, because I'm the non-Muslim here.
yeah, no worries.
Is it? What does it actually say that in the Quran about wearing the hijab? If I'm not mistaken, it's not a mandatory thing.
Yeah, it's not a mandatory things. It's before, but after the actually, you know, right? Let's go through like we believe the prophet. We have
Yep.
Adam. We have like Abraham. We have Jesus and Muhammad. So everyone have their own Bible to reveal and update and get update and get update. So the last one is Prophet Muhammad. What God says to all women, cover yourself and cover yourself from men's eyes and also from evil eyes, and that's it. But also, if you straight away enter Islam, doesn't mean you need to straight away put on your hijab. The first thing to do is get to know your creator. That's it. But some people nowadays misunderstand it.
a lot of pressure from society as well. Yeah, your other peers in the Muslim community. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Alana, talk about. So when did you actually get to Malaysia?
Yeah, gosh, let's
I actually
go back
saw.
in time.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go on,
yeah,
go on.
no, please.
No, I wanted to say I saw some of your videos, but when I make it a point usually when I do a podcast, I try not to watch the interviews of the guests so that
You don't want to regurgitate the same thing.
I want to hear it from yourself. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so back in 2019, I had to do a year exchange with my uni degree. So I did an international business degree with the University of Edinburgh, and that's like a 4-year degree. And for the international part, you have to go abroad for 1 year. You have to, otherwise it would just be a normal degree. So at that time, I had just spent the summer in Kenya, in Africa. I was doing some volunteering. And I actually thought when I came back to pick where to go for my year abroad, I thought I wanted to go to Africa. But my uni at home, they don't have any links with any African universities.
Sorry, what course were you studying in?
International business.
Okay.
So that was Africa out. And I was like, okay, well, definitely don't want to go to Europe. Like, you know, I'd already traveled around during my uni time. And I just felt like,
it's too close to home.
yeah, like culturally, I'm not going to gain too much here. I definitely did not want to go to America. Again,
Why
culturally, I just... I feel like I do love Americans. I find Americans hilarious. I find them really loud. I find them so confident. They're quite different from us British people. British people tend to be a bit more reserved. We're just quite different. But I just felt like culturally I wouldn't gain anything there.
Okay.
You know, as a Malaysian, we we will proud to go to Europe.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when it came to it, I was like, okay, well, there's a lot of choices for like Asian universities. Because they gave me a big list, by the way. So I'm like scoring off America, I'm scoring off Europe. And then it came to Asia and I was like, well, I don't know anything about Asia at that time. I was 19. I had never been to Asia. So I just like closed my eyes, randomly picked. And I was like, Malaysia? Sure. So then I just like called my mom and I was like, right then, so I'll be off to Malaysia. And she was like, what? Okay, sure.
So let me stop you right there. What did you think or know of Malaysia at that moment when you were 19 making the decision?
Kosong.
Kosong. Like, okay, no, there has
Nothing.
to be one thing you actually know. Twin Towers?
I didn't even know where Malaysia was.
Oh gosh.
One
fair,
MDB?
fair enough. Even me first met Alana said like, I'm from Scotland. I'm like, Scotland.
I had to
where is
like
it?
sit and explain that the UK is 4 countries, but I'm from one of them.
I was about to ask about that. I don't know too, bro.
At first I'm saying, where's Scotland?
So what
It's
is
a bit
UK to
confusing.
you? Sorry,
Yeah,
what is
you carry on, Pumpkin. You let us know. What is the UK?
what
How-
is the UK to you? To me, UK is that London? Yeah, I think it's London.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't know.
As a Malaysian, we just like, oh, UK, United Kingdom, London, or England,
Yeah.
Queen
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Alright,
Lizzie.
That's
Lizzie.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know there's a city called Manchester, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's because Manchester
Manchester.
United.
I don't know.
I know. It is confusing because we're 4 countries. We're like
Okay.
England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, all on our own.
Mm.
But we're all under the UK and we're all under one government.
So there's 4, do you call it countries or...
It's not even like states, you know, it's not like Kelantan.
Yeah, this is
Terengganu.
kind of like their deal
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then. Still got countries.
Wales, Wales, UK, Scotland, and Northern Ireland.
Now that
Wales, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. The UK
Got
is
it.
all of us. Yeah.
Oh.
Together. So like I have a British passport because we don't have Scottish passports. But if anyone asks me where I'm from, I usually say Scotland.
Okay, I see. So if you're from Wales or Northern Ireland, you also have a British passport
Yeah.
only. Because Scottish passport does not exist.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Inshallah one day.
But they fight for it, you know.
we
okay.
would like independence.
Sure, because this was probably decades ago that or centuries ago that they
Like hundreds and hundreds of
hundreds
years
and
ago.
hundreds of
Being
years
colonised.
ago.
Like Scottish people were always just kind of in the background because we're always like, you know what, we were the first people to be colonized by England, but we never outright say it like that because we've been brainwashed our whole education that they came here and built economies, you know, the usual colonization stuff. You guys would know as well, right?
Oh, Abbas, have you seen Fahmi Reza, right?
Fahmi
Sorry,
Reza?
is it Fahmi Reza, the Kosa Siswa is his IG handle. Did you see a video 10 years before Medica? So he has this video on YouTube called.
Haven't.
So it's called 10 Years Before Merdeka. Merdeka is 1957 for us. 10 years before that is after World War II, after the...
yeah, just a couple of years after.
Yeah, after the Japanese left and then the British was still here. So it's very it's so interesting because it's similar to what Alana said. Most of the people, right, they didn't think of like us being colonized. They think of it as the British are here to help us.
Yeah.
It's the brainwashing, yeah.
Even for me, right, I was surprised to see that because from what we learn in history is we are fighting for independence, fighting. But when in that film that he made, a short documentary, he showed that it was different back then. Like people thought that only a small group of people came out and started saying like, you know, we don't need them. We can handle, we can grow our country by ourselves. We can be independent and do things on our own. So it started from a very small initiative, and then it become bigger, and then they start to protest and fight for it, lah. But most people were just like, yeah, the British is helping us out. You know, they're.
The problem is, I'm sorry to say this, but somehow if we check on the history, they also made some mess, then they clean it again.
100%.
Right.
What, the British?
Yeah, if you can see, but not 100% that they come and do a mess, but we can tell that they wanted something also.
Of course. That's like
Oh,
any
of course they want
country.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want everything. Any country that goes to another country and says they're helping,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what are they helping? Themselves, maybe, but not the other country.
Yeah, most definitely. Resources, right? Malaysia's a
That's
rich country, rich with what? Back then it was rubber,
Rubber,
Yeah.
tin.
Oil.
Biji timah is tin,
yeah,
right?
tin, yeah.
Yeah, oil. Oil is in the, what do you call that? Sabah, Sarawak side, I think. Yeah.
Sabah Sarawak, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely they would want something from us, you know.
Absolutely. Everything is what they want. Or want takes throughout now.
Alana, what's the update on like the whole United Kingdom, like going through BREXIT? And
Oh,
all that
yeah,
thing?
please.
Gosh, yeah.
And if you can also explain, right, because I know that right now the Muslims are under a lot of shit.
Oh gosh,
Like
yeah. It's all gold.
I don't know what's happening. So yeah, if you do know.
Yeah. So yeah, like two things there. First of all, a few years ago, again, did we vote all together? Not really. Like the UK itself did vote to leave the European Union, right? So that connects like basically all the countries in Europe together, kind of like your ASEAN, right? So you're kind of working in harmony, you know, whatever it might be. Well, the UK did vote to leave, but if you look at the different countries, it's only England that voted to leave. Like Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, we all voted to stay. We were like, no, I think we're fine. Like, why do we need to leave? But the English were like, we need to leave now. And we were all like, well, we need to follow because we're one country.
Sorry, which year was this?
This was back in 2016. Yeah,
Okay.
because in 2014, we had our first Scottish referendum, which we just voted to not be independent just by like 1 or 2%. So yeah, and then in 2016 the vote to leave the EU. So what does that mean now? Well, when we went back to Scotland, right, we just went on holiday to Scotland for a few weeks. When you go to the north of Scotland, this is a really touristy place in Scotland. There's a lot of tourists that travel from around the world to see the Highlands, to look for the Loch Ness Monster, to eat haggis, to enjoy all the nature in Scotland. When we were literally in Aviemore, which is one of these tourist towns, there was basically like half those shops were closed because usually we have foreign workers waitressing in there, operating the charity shops, operating the pubs.
Yeah,
because us Scottish people, there's not that many young people in that area of Scotland because it's more kind of rural. And maybe
Got
the
you.
young people go to Edinburgh or Glasgow to pursue their careers in corporate.
the big
or-
cities.
Yeah. So what Brexit, actually meant for us Scottish people is a lot of these hotels are closing down. That's bad for the economy. Tourists are coming. They don't have as many places to spend their money.
Sorry, what was the reason why they like the workers can't work, the foreign workers can't
yeah.
work?
So Brexit now we control our borders. Now we control our own rules as to who's allowed to come to the UK. No longer does it depend on like EU law. We have our own like British law now because we're completely independent. So what they did is they actually really drastically increased the salary, the minimum salary you have to earn to be allowed to have this visa to come to the UK.
Okay, I got you.
Even for Europeans that would have, because before Brexit, the Europeans could come anytime they want to Scotland.
Okay.
They can work there, vice versa. We could go to France, we could go to, you know, wherever we want, Croatia, for example, and work there. But now it cannot. And the minimum salary is so high now that a waitressing job would not be applicable for that. Working in a charity shop would not be applicable. Working in a hotel, the salary is too low now.
That would be damaging to the whole economy, right? Scotland's economy.
Absolutely. You don't want a high street that should be full of tourists, half empty. It doesn't look good for Scotland at all.
Oh, yeah.
So in terms of Brexit, it's difficult for us in Scotland to see what the benefits were. And one of the like manifestos for SNP, who recently...
What is SNP? Sorry.
SNP, sorry, is the Scottish National Party. So they're usually in charge of Scotland because it's the Scottish National Party. Why would we not have them in charge? You know, otherwise you've got like the Conservatives that are more conservative.
And
like
before
Tories.
you were mentioning that you guys only have one government, same in UK, right?
Yeah, so we have the British government, but we
Yes.
also have Scottish government. So
Oh, okay.
most things are controlled by the British government, so everything has to be voted down in London. But some things can actually be voted in Scotland for Scottish people. Kind of more like small things, like when do the bin lorries come and pick up the bins, you know?
Okay.
Like, it's nothing of real note.
So the BKL stuff.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So recently things are really shifting in Scotland because they're like the SNP, Scottish National Party, come on, we want a referendum. And when SNP were in charge, we had like our First Minister who just had to step down. It was all really chaotic because everyone is wanting like to be back in Brexit, Scotland to be independent, and Scotland also supports Palestine. All three things that are absolute opposite to England. So it was a chaotic mess,
Yeah,
and I felt so bad for
people
Hamza
in
Yusuf.
England right now. I still don't understand about the chaos that happened in England.
Right, and then when it comes to the like racial tensions, it was all due to misunderstanding.
Quite awful.
Is this also is definitely related to the Gaza war? Is that correct?
You mean what's happening in the UK
England,
now?
Yeah, is it?
No.
No?
I
Okay,
would
I don't
say
know.
it's separate.
Okay.
Like from what I understand, because there's so much misinformation, there's so much confusion. Now, we watched a podcast about this to try and understand. So basically what happened is...
What podcast was that?
It was actually Piers Morgan,
Piers Morgan,
Uncensored.
I watched a lot of Piers Morgan.
With Andrew Tate, both of
Yeah.
which are very controversial figures.
Yeah.
But the be all and end all is like apparently this man who people thought were an illegal immigrant, largely due to Andrew Tate's video where he completely messed up what he was talking about. People thought an illegal immigrant who was black killed 3 little girls. Now, that wasn't fair to say because this guy was born and raised in Wales.
Yeah.
And in the UK, if you're born in the UK, you are British. We don't care no longer about your skin colour, who your parents are, you're
Once
British.
you hold a passport and you're part of UK.
Yeah. So this guy killed these girls and people thought he was an illegal immigrant. Then it got thrown into the mix. Oh, he's Muslim. Oh, you know, it's
What?
visually he's black, so that makes him not British is what people were thinking.
Yeah.
So all of this got mixed up and suddenly the English Defence League, maybe you heard of the EDL.
Yeah.
The EDL are all white men who believe that only white people should
White
be in charge.
supremacist sort of thing.
So they got into the mix and was like, all right, well, you know what? We need to riot and we need to attack asylum seekers because you know what? Asylum seekers, they're criminals and they're violent.
What do you mean by asylum seekers? Asylum is like a mental institution to me.
So these are people that have come from abroad through a war. God forbid. Imagine
refugees.
Malaysia.
Oh, refugees,
Yeah, imagine
okay.
Malaysia has a war tomorrow. We're all going to Indonesia.
Like the Palestinians that just came.
Yeah.
Yeah, example. Yeah.
So-
Speaking aside,
the UK, these like white supremacists got it all muddled up. They think that all foreigners are criminals, and then they started to like attack asylum seekers and anyone of ethnic minority, Asians, black people,
That's
and then
horrible,
Muslims as well.
So, okay. Obviously, if you are the EDL, right? Okay, not obviously. I don't know. But how I would make sense of it is the EDL know that whatever they're doing, what they're encouraging people to do is not right? Or do you think that
They think it's right.
They think it's right because they think like this is our country.
Yep.
It's only belong to whites, not belong to any other racials. That's
okay,
the problem.
no, I was saying like they know it's not right, but sometimes they just do it to get more power, or is it something like that? You know how politicians
they
do that.
genuinely think only whites should be in charge.
That's
They-
it.
you
That's
could
it, right.
you could be holding a British passport, a black person, an Asian. You could be holding your British passport, and they're going to be like, "Nah, you're not British."
The crazy thing to think is, imagine this is England,
Yeah,
the country of the king and queens.
yeah.
Happen like this. So
Yes.
it makes me like freak out like, gosh, is it something wrong going to...
That's a lot of...
But
Yeah.
what I would say about the EDL, English Defence League, is if you look at the people who are operating and the people that are inside, you can see that perhaps they're not as educated. Maybe they come from poverty themselves. So people who have been through poverty, we have a chip on our shoulder. You know, we think to ourselves like, oh, why us? You know, why are you rich and I'm not? And
Yeah.
then jump to conclusions, right?
Okay, so...
It's a lot, I know.
Yeah, okay, so a while ago, years ago, right, my friend did a podcast with... Do you guys happen to know Yamcha Sessions? Yamcha Sessions. So it's just a Malaysian podcast. They were really lucky, you know. First they got Syed Saddiq on, and then a few episodes later they interviewed Mate. They went to the... I don't know where his office was, but yeah. Is it? Yeah. So they went and interviewed Mate. So... Yeah, so in the comment section, there was people like extremely, I don't know whether they're stupid people or racist. It was racist. Yeah, so they start, you know how they start bringing up the May 13 thing, and then they talk about, oh, the parangs will be coming out and flying everywhere. They say shit like that. So my friend was telling, I was telling my friend like, man, these people, like, what are they, like, what if I was in front of them and then I tried to, like, hey man, let's be friends, or I tried to have a casual conversation, you know, would they really be so violent or what? And then my friend told me, like, you have to imagine these type of people, right? You think they come from what, a decent background, or? Then he showed me a picture of like a super shitty flat, right, where everything is... It's just very, very rundown and all. And he said, bro, most of them, they come from this. So if you're from there, right, you know how much easier it is for you to be... Not influenced. To be angry. You know what I mean?
Because you're already angry with your life, then you will want to point because of you guys.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with this. Like, a lot of people that... right nowadays, like, I know like a lot of... I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of Malay that not well educated keep saying this, like, hey you, example, hey you China, back to China, hey you India,
Oh bro, this is a long time already.
yeah, I'm just like bro, open your mind, the world is not yours.
Yeah.
The world is not yours, even the country not yours. Even though we are Malaysian, doesn't mean it's belong to Malaysian, it's belong to everyone. As long as everyone live in peace, that's it.
So bro, it's not easy to have that open mindset when we're supposed to not go into politics, okay?
Sorry,
it's
Joey.
okay. Anything that I say that you don't want, just tell me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm saying that it's not easy to have that mindset when we have a certain parties that will say that that one race is the best. So
This
obviously
is the thing.
you will.
It's the brainwashing.
Yeah.
It is going back.
That's
People
why,
in power will just
that's why-
brainwash.
And it's crazy to think these are people at the top, bro.
Yeah, that's why, sorry to say, we're not into politics because of this. Because you guys just think about you guys. You guys share the hatred, so you guys get vote. But you don't think about the effects for the country, right?
A lot of the times it's two things, right? Power and money, right? That
100%.
they're thinking about. It's sad, right? Wait,
Sad.
losing my train of thought, but it's all good.
It is sad. And one thing, another culture shock that I can say here in Malaysia, coming from Scotland, is how openly racist people would be. So in Scotland, not in Scotland, in the UK, you can see right now people are being racist. But that's very unusual to see this rioting against a specific race. We're a bit more kind of...
Imagine a well-developed country like that.
That's the thing. Like, where has this come from and how has it happened? But here in Malaysia, I feel like it's a bit more open to talk about race and religion. We don't really talk about that in the UK, to be honest.
I can think of a big reason why. Okay, we've got political leaders. I can't exactly say. I don't know about the Chinese party side, right? I think also, if I'm not mistaken, they probably have utilized race. Okay, obviously for me, I'm getting more biased news or updates or what. But I do know that in the other what do you call it, far right is past, right? They have utilized like condemning other race. So I would say like similar to a family, right? Whatever you do, your kid will follow you. You know, so if you have your leaders saying stuff like that, you know, sometimes it doesn't even have to relate to what is politics. We're supposed to talk about building the country, right? Why the fuck you have to talk about race? Don't make any sense. And to say one and it's to stereotype, this is what I fucking hate. To stereotype, so there's a stereotype, all Malays are lazy, right? Like, come on, man. I know so many fucking Malays that are way more hardworking than me. So how can I say that?
Yeah, that's why I don't.
It's just bullshit, man.
Don't straight away like put on one races the same. Like, we also know a lot of people like not all the same. You cannot just judge one person and straight away you blame the race.
So
blame the people. Blame that guy.
That's
You know?
so true.
So we are all human. We are all logical. Everyone is not stupid. People know that we cannot stereotype. We all know that. All humans know that. So, but why do they keep stereotyping? I think it's because of the constant or periodically, like politicians will just bring up the race politics. So that's why we get reminded of we're gonna use
You guys are not the same.
Yeah.
You're divided.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. So.
Everything should be done. Like whatever happened in the past, whatever you say, parang thing or whatever, it's done. Close. That's it. The good thing, this is what I love to see. The good thing that happened is after that, both of the races, like everyone, all of them, like come together. Like, look at us right now, example, and look at a lot of people.
You know, one thing I would definitely want to highlight here. In the UK, right, we don't really talk about race. We don't really talk about religion. We just get on with things.
Sorry,
right?
what is the biggest races in UK? You
Right,
don't
let
even
me
know.
I
What is a UK race? I don't even know. It's called British.
I think it'll be like kind of like white people. And
White?
It's just white. It's
Just
one
white.
race.
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know because this is the thing. When I came to Malaysia, for example, the first time I had to go to a doctor, right? Because when you come here as a student, you have to then go for a medical exam. And like one of the questions is like, what race are you? What religion are you?
In Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, what do you need to know that for? Like, we don't ask these questions in the UK because we don't need to already be putting people into a box. Imagine you've got a form as a doctor, right? In Scotland, you've just got a name and an address. So what you could do there is maybe see, where are they on the kind of poverty line? That's what you could be looking at, right? But here you get given name. Already you're making assumptions. Then you've got race to back up the name. All right. Then you've got religion to back it up again. You're already putting that person in such a tight box that it's so easy to stereotype here because your society already puts these little things in place that make that.
So Abbas,
Yes.
for me, right, I thought that in forms, right, race and religion is a normal thing because when we grow up,
Everything.
It's so
It's cool.
not normal.
Race.
I thought it's normal.
Those things should be gone 25 years ago plus.
You know, fun fact, I think pre-2006, Pizza Hut used to have them on their delivery. Because this is...
What the hell?
Like, what do Pizza Hut need to know that for?
This is like before like you had the apps and all that. Yeah.
That is how much in a box, because they'll have analytics that say Malays order this and Chinese Malaysians order this.
And the funny thing is, at that point, like for me, I thought it was just a normal thing until eventually people started bringing it up. I was like, oh, that's not normal.
Yeah, you're like calling your American friend like, oh, you don't say your religion? Like, I don't have one.
But in their defense, the F&B defense, right? Maybe they're utilizing it to help out their
But
business.
they shouldn't even have access to that.
Yes, you mean they shouldn't have
They shouldn't have
authority
databases
to
that say
do that.
Malays, you know, Indian Malaysians, Chinese Malaysians. Like, you're all one. You're one country. You
Yeah,
are
that's
Malaysia.
that's why as a Malaysian you need to think big at what people think about our country. Like, people think we are got positive viewers. People think we are harmony right now. So use it like bring out, because we are unique. Malaysia is unique
It's
itself.
very unique, bro.
Very
Very.
unique because
That's a big, like, tourist appeal.
Let me give you an example. How many countries in the world that you can think of that we speak a minimum of 2 languages fluently? So we are supposed to be fluent in BM and English, right? What other countries have 2 language? You try and think of one.
Singapore, yeah.
Singapore is like Malaysia, lah.
Malaysia nearby. Singapore is a Malaysia back then. Sorry.
Yeah, right there, it's really very unique. And I didn't even realize this until someone pointed it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and
You
you
know?
know, you guys have like 137 languages in
Sorry?
Malaysia.
Oh gosh, your research, that's more than what we know.
Merdeka's
Yeah.
coming
I
up.
was going to say 4 or 5.
I thought there was
137 you've got in one country.
Yeah.
Mashallah, that is
probably
beautiful.
130 is from the Sabah
Yeah,
Ah,
sure,
side.
a lot
yeah,
are.
yeah.
But that's also beautiful. Imagine, you know, Sabah and Sarawak are just as much Malaysian as anyone here in the peninsula. What a
Of course.
beautiful country. That's why I'm here, guys. What a great country. Fly those flags. Merdeka's coming. Fly them.
Yeah.
You came here by accident, though. You didn't know anything. That's surprising, man.
I know.
Another thing that people know us for is the oldest prime minister ever in office.
Yeah.
And the youngest prime minister minister ever, Sheikh Sadiq.
Is it? No, I think I think that is in Malaysia, not.
In Malaysia. Oh yeah, in Malaysia.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Which
Malaysia.
is still, yeah.
Yeah.
very
Oh
young.
wait, in Malaysia is it?
Mm,
Oh, in the world.
How old was he?
I don't.
24.
Yeah.
Gosh,
25.
that's so young. That's
Yeah.
my age.
Is it? I will find it hard to believe in the world because there's so many countries. I
But
don't know,
it
man.
will be
Might
one of
be,
the youngest
might be,
for
might
sure.
be.
Because you're
Let's
not
check
going
the
to
fact
have
after.
18-year-olds in office, right?
Yeah,
That's
of course.
crazy.
Yeah. Mahathir was 94, I think. Until
Quite
he.
crazy. Talking about this guy, I don't know. I'm not talking about politics whatsoever. But what we can take from him, like,
Mm.
look at him, 90 something, still like
I know.
So healthy.
so healthy. So when people interview him, I still remember he said like, I don't eat too much. I just drink normal tea or just water. So that's maybe we can take, right?
Bro,
Because
Congratulations.
He's probably got a lot of elites, right? People in his network, elite people that reach out to him and say, "Hey, how do you manage to stay so healthy at this
Yeah, he
age?" You
should
know.
have a YouTube channel.
Uh,
Talking all about it. So I get up in the morning, I drink my lemon tea.
And he still drives, you know.
Does he?
Yeah, he
does,
can, yeah.
Oh, good.
if he wants,
You can? I thought it should be illegal.
No, but he's sharp.
I guess more sharp than people would say Biden. Oh,
Biden,
Yeah. Yeah. So you were saying, okay, see, like for us also, we talk about the racial tensions and divide or whatever that we see, right? But something so simple as an accident happens on the highway, and you hear it all the time, man. You've got people from any race, they just come out to help. You know, it's just simple things like that. Because
Yeah.
guess what? When shit hits the fan, we are humans, and you want to help that person.
That is like almost what family's like, right? You're always like tormenting your sisters, your
Yeah.
brothers, teasing them. But when something happens, someone attacks your family, some
Yeah.
weakness comes out, you like unite as one. You're like, oh no, don't say that to my sister. Is that what it's like in Malaysia, do you think?
It's not. I don't think it's also Malaysia. I think this is I don't know. I guess in most countries it would be something
I
like
think
that. as
human things. Yeah, because of
well. Human things.
yeah, like example, like we heard a lot. Example, like the tree comes down
Yeah.
from the
KL.
KL, right?
Yeah.
We help each other. We don't care anymore. And yeah, a few people also, like example, I got breakdown before, and someone
breakdown.
car breakdown. Someone from other races helped me, and after that, I helped I set my mind, I'm going to help anyone else.
Abbas loves it. As soon as
So-
he sees a car break down, he's like, "We're turning in." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Guess what? You could easily just drive past. A lot
Yeah.
of people do that, man. Let's,
Oh yeah, talking about the 3-4. Gosh, do you see KL? I don't think KL going to sustain quite long. Yesterday,
Sorry, what? 3-4?
the 3-4.
Oh, 3-4. 3-4.
Yeah.
Like Bukit Bintang,
Yeah.
right?
And also yesterday, Alana just see from our balcony the river just suddenly went up.
The
It
water
was-
rise.
The water
Like the
rise,
river.
and the next day, Alana tell me today got one news that the Masjid India, near Masjid India, suddenly the soil
There
the
was just a hole. It just
Suddenly
came, and
came up.
a lady like
Oh, I saw
fell
that in
in
the
the-
news.
yeah.
A foreigner, actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
an
a
foreign
Indian
leader.
lady.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But I did see like one of the comments was like, "Oh, well, Kuala Lumpur, you know, like you guys, like KL is built on the mud, so when it rains,
The earth is built on mud, isn't it?
but like
oh, okay.
you got some slouchy mud, like you know, it's
Yeah.
not. I don't know, maybe it's not.
What I
When it
think
rains,
is
really.
some of the developer, they just want to build things without thinking like what cost this going to happen for the nature.
Oh,
I
okay.
just hope your mud's strong enough.
Yeah.
I have fears about your mud now.
Basically, not too much precautions on natural disasters.
Hmm.
Yeah, they just overlook that. You know.
I'm guessing they're thinking of like, I don't know, tsunami, but then you're like, oh no, rule that out. But actually flooding is the thing in KL,
Yeah,
right?
even like if you remember, or is it 2 years ago or
Yeah.
3 years ago, the high tides,
Yeah,
the
the-
float at Shah Alam, right?
Yeah, the Agong was sitting on the boat.
Oh yeah. So what
no.
During the floods, yeah.
during the flood,
Abdullah.
my friend said that his house, like even from his grandpa 100 years ago, this is 100 years ago. His grandpa said that never been flooded even in his life.
Gotta listen to
And that's the
elders.
first time happened. You know what happened? Level 2 of flood. I'm just like, oh gosh, that's not so good, is it?
Yeah, bro. So what you're saying is we are experiencing something that as far as we've been a country, that it's we've never seen this sort of flood in that area, right? So imagine there are people living in I think this is Philippines, because Philippines has many islands, right? And one day, you know, the volcano erupts, and then all the people staying in the village, they have to evacuate their whole town. You know, the volcano hasn't erupted in 1,000 years, maybe something like that, and then suddenly some shit happens like that. Yeah, then you have to just uproot
Indonesia
and
has
leave everything. You
similar.
know.
So
Right.
this is now I said this is what men think sometimes.
Get
You
it. This
mean,
is why the light was left on 3 weeks. Got it.
You mean weird shit, Just weird stuff,
Sometimes we think.
Come,
about
let's
it.
open this up. Abbas.
Oh
Go
yeah.
Yeah, let me also okay, so Abbas passed this to me. What is this?
So this is a gold bar, sweets from Scotland.
Yeah, this is like, I would say like our national gula gula.
Do I have to peel
Oh,
out
yeah,
this? Have
there's
to, right?
something.
You know,
okay, I'll
it's
do that.
actually a little bit difficult to
Let me help you.
No.
Can it?
It's okay, we will fast forward the peeling out
Okay.
part so it seems easy to open. Okay, you know what? You help me.
Actually, I had to open one the other night because I wanted to replace one of the sweets, and I was like, "Oh gosh, this is actually quite difficult."
It's a sweet.
So it is a sweet. It's Scotland's favorite sweet. Now I don't know if you have a sweet tooth or not, but
I try not to.
right,
Yeah.
okay. Well, this is sweet. I can tell you, like Scottish people.
I can
we
actually
love
tell.
It.
It looks like a lot of caramel.
Yes, something like that. Exactly similar. Yeah.
What is it called actually?
You know, we've never said like on social media what the actual Scottish name is because we don't want people to like here in Malaysia, right? Whenever something goes viral, not that this is viral yet, inshallah soon, we haven't done too much marketing on it. Then
Have you
Malaysians
released it on social media?
We
No.
just released a few during Ramadan.
For sale or not yet?
Yes, for sale.
Okay.
They sold out within
lovely.
24 hours because my subscribers were really interested to try.
Uh-huh.
But in Malaysia, whenever one person
Thank
does
you.
one thing, they open like, I don't know, churros. Then everyone's doing churros. Or,
Yeah.
you know, like the jelly balls that they sell at like Titi Wangsa. And then like everyone's selling
Everyone
them.
like copycat. I say. No,
Okay.
we see some of it already. By the way, talking about gold bar. So,
Yeah, so
if you can see, so on the top is kind of like batik, and at the bottom is the
Tartan.
tartan Scotland.
That's
is
what the men wear is
I-
skirts.
so what I wanted to say is I'm more interested in seeing him wearing a skirt
It's being common.
than Alana wearing a hijab, because I live in Malaysia. I see hijabs all the time.
Baju kurung.
Yeah. So when are you gonna wear one?
Gosh, we plan it. Even her granny asked.
Yeah. No. So I was actually curious about this. When do people wear kilts? It's called kilt, right?
Yeah, kilt.
When do people in Scotland wear kilts, and is it only for males?
It's only for males. Like female, we do have just a tartan skirt, but it's not a kilt. A kilt's quite specific. It's quite long on the knee. It's got like a bag here.
Pipe.
You can have bagpipes and you can play.
Kind of like small bag. Posh
Yeah,
bag.
Yeah. And it originally was for the fighters, like our Scottish like fighters when they
Oh,
go
yeah.
to like war.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
back then, that's their traditional clothes, like us, like Malay baju Melayu and
Yeah,
tengkolok.
exactly.
That's what they wear.
Yeah.
So the men
But now just mainly for weddings.
for what?
Weddings.
Okay. So the men wore skirts to war in
Yeah,
Scotland. That's very
true.
interesting.
I think we have
Yeah,
a
I think
good.
we can share, right? 'Cause
Okay, we
you
have a
guys
good.
need to try it.
We eat this
yeah,
every
is it good?
Oh, Vishnu loves sweet stuff. All right.
I do, you can tell.
It's almost similar with barfi.
Yeah, right. But ours is so much cheaper than Barfi, just saying.
Dude, this is like icing, caramel icing, something like that.
Yeah, is that the
Yeah.
vibes you're getting? That's
Why don't you show the cover again?
Bismillah.
So there's probably lots of different flavors. Is it?
Actually, no.
No.
We only do original. And when we first sold our first 200 boxes, I messaged specifically every single person, or our company did, but our company right now is me and Abbas. But anyway, we messaged every single person to be like, what is your feedback? And Malaysians were like, wow, it's something so new. We've never tried anything like this before. We're so excited to have a taste of Scotland. And they're like, okay, so when are you making it strawberry and pandan?
Yeah.
And we were like, wait, hold up. That's not what we do in Scotland, but
Yeah, yeah.
maybe we can.
We're thinking.
why
about
not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Because like when I first tried it, I mean it's really good. It reminded me of this Indian sweets. It's called palkova. That's what the name is.
Palkova.
Very similar, but I would say this is maybe a bit more sweeter.
Okay.
But I've seen this. I mean, I've had like the Indian sweets like in brickfields that really
Yeah.
reminded me of it. But the pandan one is really that's an idea to
Yeah.
explore.
Pandan. Might be strawberry. I'm thinking strawberry.
Yeah.
But so far, thank God we Sabah, we cover whole Malaysia. So
We've
far.
sent to every state. So we do drops per week. So during Ramadan, we sold like a drop per week, and it would just sell out because people were just really curious. What is this Scottish sweet?
Okay,
So
guys, gold bar right here. A Turkish specialty delight.
It's
Scottish,
Scottish.
yeah.
Scottish, sorry, Scottish.
with no
What's wrong
T,
with me?
Scottish.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have our Merdeka drop soon. So if you guys want to try, you absolutely can. And yeah, we're just excited to see where Gold Bar goes. We will be rebranding soon.
Where can people get it? Is there any in stock right now?
It's sold out currently, but we will, depending when you drop this podcast, we will have our Merdeka drop. So we're going to do our biggest drop we've done so far, and it'll be on Shopee and TikTok.
Yeah.
Hopefully, inshallah, should be available.
Should be available now.
Sorry.
And also, we have like few of our Alana subscriber from Brunei, Singapore asking for it. And inshallah, we're going to send to Singapore, and also we're slowly going to find some cable go through Brunei.
Yeah.
I'll tell you-
But what do you think? Like, it is quite sweet because Scottish people
Quite
have
sweet,
a
yeah.
big
I
sweet
love
tooth.
it, no doubt, right? I love it, no doubt. It's tasty, no doubt. I probably can't have more than one in a day.
Even Scottish
Yeah.
people, it's just like when you have a coffee, right? You might put it at the side. You might dunk it in the coffee.
Oh, you
might-
dunk this in the
You
coffee?
can. People have. Yeah, even my best friend Ifa, like, dunk it
Even
in
me,
the
I
coffee.
put in the coffee and it's turned into Nescafe. What?
It's
Coffee,
like a...
coffee milk.
It just dissolve lah.
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the-
It just
okay.
makes it like taste
So
bad
that's
if you put
why
it in tea.
some people that bought this, they
Uh.
just eat. They want to eat everything in one day. I'm just like, no.
Oh, okay,
Even
so bro,
Scottish people do not.
they, like, let's say if you have milk, right, or warm milk, you just put it inside, and then you've got
Yes, you
flavored
can.
milk.
Yes. Literally.
Yeah, okay.
You
Cool,
could
man.
put like a bit of hot water first, make it like a creamy like consistency, then add the milk. Yeah.
What I did before is a coffee, then I put 1 bar of it,
Yeah.
and I just mix it.
Yeah.
So,
become a
so if you have a chocolate flavor, and then people are having milk, you just put this inside, become chocolate milk.
Perfect.
Something like that.
some idea.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
endless
such
ideas.
a pick me up. If you're in the office, it's like 2 p.m. maybe after like the lunch slump, you know, you can just pick up some Gold Bar and you're gonna get the energy like straight away. It just kind of gets you through the afternoon. Like Scottish people, we will only eat 1 cube per day as well.
Okay.
So I think maybe people who said it was so sweet, we were thinking, I think they might have tried to eat the whole box. That's not a good idea.
I think so. Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
If you guys didn't tell me, I would have had like a few more. I was like, oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
cheesy.
Bro, even if they tell you, you still have it, bro.
But it's, you know, Scottish people also love sweets. Like really love it. Like cakes and
Ah,
donut.
Love it.
When I go, I'm just like, oh gosh, this is feel like Kelantan. Because I came from
That's why
Kelantan.
we
Yeah.
unite so great. You know,
Bro,
Kelantan, Scotland, we love
Yeah.
sweets.
I've got lots of questions about Kelantan, but then I want to ask. So you see, a lot of people love sweet stuff in Scotland. Is there many overweight or obese people or high diabetes rate in Scotland?
Our obesity rate, our diabetes rate is through the roof. Like,
Oh, really?
it's terrible.
Okay, Malaysia's not too good as well. So
Yeah.
don't need to be
you guys
shy.
are like one of the most obese
But we
countries
beat
in
them, by the
Asia.
way. Malaysia beat them in the.
I think we are in Asia, right?
One of the worst.
We cannot beat
Yes.
America. I think America is still top. Yeah,
Probably. But Scotland is quite.
up there.
There's a bit of a darkness about Scotland, I would say. There's 3 things that we're statistically quite high for, like diabetes for sure,
What? Okay.
obesity for sure, and drug addiction.
Yeah,
It's
junkies.
It's quite bad in
Drug
Scotland.
addiction. I did
we
not.
have the most drug-related deaths in the whole of
Honestly,
Europe.
I'm also don't know. Like in Scotland, when I first time go, this is literally first day. I go and I'm just like, I love to say hi to people. I love to just like whatever
This
it
is
is.
such a funny story.
And one day I just like, the first day I arrived, I put
My
down.
friend picked us up.
Yeah, some dude
And-
smoking ice.
Then I put down the windows and I'm just like, put out my hand to feel the coolness.
Yeah.
You know, I never go to the cold country before,
Yeah.
and test the coolness. And we stop, and someone just look at me. I'm just like, look at him. I'm just like,
And
Hello
Abbas's
there.
hand is like out the window like
Hey,
this.
hey,
so
Paul.
He's just like, oh, hi.
all right, Paul. And he just like, I'm alright. You alright? And they just like, no, Abbas, don't. I'm just like, why?
Like the 3 of us, with my friend and her partner, her fiance, and me, were in the car, obviously. And it's a junkie. It's somebody that we call them junkie. It's not a very nice term, but like basically they will be doing drugs almost daily.
This is a homeless guy on the
Yeah,
streets.
typically
Kind of like that. But I
homeless.
cannot tell. You know, in Malaysia they look more worse. But
So Abbas is just chatting with all these junkies in Scotland, and me and my friend, like, we found it hysterical. Like, by the way, you should always talk to other humans. You should always be nice to other humans, of course. But typically, people are not very friendly with junkies, and it shouldn't be that way because junkies are so
So
friendly.
they are super friendly.
Yes.
The only worry is they might have a different motive in mind, or maybe to rob you or something.
yeah,
but
but
they are.
But I
We're
would
talking
say
about-
our junkies are very friendly.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that as well. They are super friendly.
I understand, because talking about because a lot of robbing issues. Because for me, I
in
don't
Scotland.
in Scotland, also when I grow up, talking about this, for me it's not a big deal. For me, it's people try to put knife on me or whatsoever.
Oh,
It's because where I grow up is quite not dodgy.
Which
place, what we call-
which part of Kelantan?
It's kind of like kampung more, Kota Baru, but kampung more kampung.
Okay, Kota Baru, but not the center.
Not the center. So let
What's
me
the
share.
name of the kampung or what?
Maybe not to share.
Oh, sorry.
But Kota Baru. So what happened? I still remember when I was a kid. Our house being people get inside to our house more than 3 times. My house, and I have 4 sisters. I'm the only brothers. My dad trained me from beginning. What happened is my dad trained me with mashallah. I know silat, I know muay thai, everything.
Nice.
All right. So in Kelantan, you know, got people that rob people, right? So I have friends after friends. So what happened is a lot of Kelantan people wear jewelry, mask and gold, right?
Okay.
So they go rob. They don't go rob just like that. Like, hey, you take off. They chop the hand and bring back.
Fuck.
But never go to the news.
No, bro, that is
That's good.
I've
We
heard
don't
of
want
that,
this
man.
news
Yeah,
about
because in Kelantan, I don't know why get guns is easy. Like you have issue with people, you pay them 500, they go like, you this and this. That's what happened.
Wild West. Kelantan's not like that. Don't
Get-
you worry. I've been
but-
there. Everything's kosher.
Yeah, 50-50.
Okay, I mean, bro, to make things better, it's not just Kelantan lah. Every state there
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
pockets where it's like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really interesting that
Depends
you said,
on the place that you stay lah. Like if you stay maybe outside and a lot of like drug addicts
But
issue.
even in my town, when we went back, there was an armed robbery in my
Yeah.
local post office.
I can't imagine how people look at you in Kelantan.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it's quite funny.
You know, they're like,
They just like
It's the double
she's an
take.
actress, right? Or
That's sometimes what they think.
what is like? There's a reason why you're here. They'll think like there's a special reason why you're here or something.
Yeah, they do the double take. I remember
It's-
behind Abbas's kampong, there was this van driving along, filled with guys actually. But anyway, and they just like looked over,
they just like
and then they did like the double take, and I was just like, "Hello."
They probably thought they're high. Like, what's going on?
what the
Yeah.
hell, like white people.
Were you wearing a hijab as well?
At that time, I don't think I was wearing hijab.
Yeah.
But even now, cars will like pull up when we're walking
Just like-
and be like "Meklate," and then just keep driving.
What do
on.
they call you? What do they call you?
Mek
Mek
Latte.
Mek Latte is Mat Saleh, but
Not much
It's
of the
like
kind of like
Kelantan
mat rempit,
sister.
but we call like Mek Latte, like Kelantan woman.
Oh, okay.
Kelantan sister.
That's right.
Kind of
I
like
do a
that.
lot of
Makcik
Mat Latte.
Kelantan, Makcik
Oh.
Kelantan things like
Is
that.
no,
I've
but
done
is it for white?
content-
Sorry.
No, because I've
No,
done
not for
content
whites.
about Kelantan, right?
Oh.
Speaking in Klate.
Yeah, Klate.
It was all scripted. I'm so sorry, my Klate is not very good, right? It was all scripted,
But
but
you got some
now
millions view, right?
Yeah.
it got like over 15 million views across all platforms. So
Mm.
now people think I can speak Klate,
Mm.
so they call me Meklate, like Meklate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, right, if you feel embarrassed about that, it's language is tough. Okay,
Yeah.
Thanks,
bro,
guys. Thank you.
You see, I grew up in Malaysia. I did 12 years of schooling in Kebangsaan school, right? Malay and English. Tapi BM saya teruk, bro. It's like, language is something like, only if you are forced to, or you really, really, really put an effort to it, you will learn it. Like, okay, Abbas, how was your English like growing up? Did it get better after you started dating Alana?
Yeah, actually after, because at first when I grow up, my mom already taught me English. My mom like study in USA, and when we grow up, my mom teaching an English teacher.
Yep.
So I
Oh,
have a
she's-
little bit. So, but after that, all out.
Yeah.
If I speak, like people just laugh at me at my English. But
Yeah.
slowly after,
Yeah, they're laughing now.
yeah.
Bro, so you should know yourself. You also studied 12 years sekolah kebangsaan.
yeah,
Kan?
yeah.
So, yeah, 12 years learning English, right? Essay, all those. But when you want to speak, bro, beza, bro.
Bezel, bro.
It's like, you know the words, but it's gonna...
You
it's
don't know
gonna-
how to say it.
Or it will be lambat lah, very slow.
Yeah, very slow, right?
And what about, right, in your guys' experience, when you were learning English, you're obviously learning it here in Malaysia. If you were to go speak to a foreigner, do you think they are patient back then if your English is not so good? Or do you think they weren't patient? Or do you think you wouldn't even put yourself in that position?
Oh, okay. You're saying if, like, let's say if we go to another country, but
Even
we have
in
no
Malaysia,
choice.
like if you seen a foreigner, say like back when you're like maybe 16, 15, your
Okay.
English is not so good yet. If you met a foreigner, would they be patient with you speaking English, or would they get kind of frustrated with you?
Or
Not if me. I'm not really. I met because before I always when I grow up, I always I always set my mind like the world is big enough. I love to learn about people outside. So I'm in Kelantan. Also got few foreigner that come back then, and yeah, it's a bit hard, but
Would they
yeah.
be patient?
yeah.
That's good. That's
Can
yeah.
let
I
a
don't
bit.
Okay.
think I've encountered anyone that was like being stubborn while you speak with them. Like a lot of them, especially like when you travel outside of Malaysia, when you speak English, they're like, "Wow, you speak English!" Like you know.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were asking about them over here speaking to us, number one, it's our country, so they can't be angry.
Exactly. That's like the point I wanted to get to, that they
Yeah.
should be patient. So if they weren't, I'd be annoyed.
If we are in another country, right, and then how about you? You're in another country, you speak English to people. It's because it's their country also. You don't have a choice, right? So you just speak. And I mean, they're not gonna say that, oh, your English sucks or what, because they know that you're from a different country.
Yeah, they're going to respect that, at least try.
Have you encountered any of that, like people, like foreigners, like being like difficult to you when you're speaking, like when you go overseas and stuff, bro?
I don't know
I think I would slap them if they were being nasty
No.
to you, right?
No. Yeah, I think no, not really. But you know, when I go to Scotland, I'm just like, huh? What you guys say?
Oh,
Yeah, you know, Scotland have
Yeah,
some,
bro, I know.
Accent, that's right.
Yeah, alright,
You did
Paul.
so well. Abbas was making my family laugh so much because he'd just come out with these pure Scottish slang, and they would just find it so endearing and so hilarious. They just love it.
Example
so
like
much.
window, they call windy.
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 Oops, I laughed too loud.
Open the windy.
You know, like bodo, like Egypt.
Oh, we
Yeah,
have
Egypt.
so many words
What
for
is
Bodo.
Egypt?
Is it stupid?
but is that English?
Scottish.
Scottish.
But
Egypt.
is Scottish? What Scottish is English, right? But with the accent.
So they have their own language before they colonize something like that.
Gaelic.
So Gaelic is their
No,
own.
not garlic.
Garlic.
Gaelic.
Gaelic, yeah.
Gaelic, yeah. So that's their own original language. But after being colonized, everything slowly changed to English.
Okay, so what is the original language? How similar is it to English?
Gaelic is completely
Oh, Gaelic is what it's
different.
called.
Gaelic, yeah.
Yeah.
Like garlic, but Gaelic with R. Like
Like-
Is it
Garlic,
the same spelling or?
it's GAELIC.
What's garlic in Malay?
No idea.
Uh,
Apa bawang putih?
yeah.
Is it bawang
bawang-
putih?
Bawang
But
putih.
but
Oh, I didn't know that. man.
bukan bawang putih.
Yeah,
It's-
tau.
Yeah.
No, okay. But yeah.
But we have Scottish slang. So like we of course speak English, but we have so much slang. Like my cousin just came to stay with us for a few weeks here in Malaysia, and I just kept coming out with all this Scottish slang because it only really comes out when you're with another Scottish person.
Of course.
Otherwise, there's no real need to be speaking
Yeah.
Scottish slang because the person's not going to understand. Why would
Yeah.
they? Why should they?
So yeah, I wanted that was the next thing I wanted to bring up. So if you're in your full element, right, it would be hard for me to even understand. Is it? Or Abbas?
Potentially. Yeah, I mean,
Potentially.
you've
At
seen
first.
it in Scotland, right?
If
Yeah.
if you hear her talking with her homies, back in Scotland, it will be hard for you.
Yeah,
at first.
got some like I need to catch up because also my English is not that good.
Yeah.
And slowly I'm just like, what's that mean?
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's macam ni, like I only understand mainstream Malay. Kalau you speak bahasa Kelantan, I also like, huh?
I understand.
Right,
Yeah,
bro, it's like that.
It's the same. It's like Klate because it is sort of like BM, but then there's random words that are different,
It's
and
different,
it all
bro.
sounds different.
It's
By the way, what Kelantan word that you know?
maybe some I see on
Just
the
change
comments,
that.
but I can't remember. Yeah, like what? Give me some examples. Like, it's different.
Sekito
Sekito.
means like bros.
So,
So sorry, say again.
Like we are bros. Like Sekito.
like we're a
Sekito.
gang.
Yeah.
Say it in the Kelantan way.
Sekito.
How to say we are bros in Kelantan?
Kita semua sini Sekito lah kau. Example. Or
It's so different, right?
nama kawe is me. Nama kawe Abbas.
Oh, nama saya is Kawe.
Yeah.
Nama Kawe Abbas. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
but then in school, obviously you all learn BM mainstream.
Yeah,
BM.
BM.
But you
okay.
speak in Klate with each
We
other.
speak in
So
Kelantan with each other.
bila buat karangan macam mana? Ada campur atau
You know, funny thing, Kelantan just like also like quite like KL. Example like saya.
sayur like vegetable.
Saya.
But the spelling is like
Me. SAYO.
It's just a slang.
Yeah. Nama saya Abbas.
no. I was saying when you do karangan, right?
Uh-huh.
You cannot put Kalate, right?
Yeah, no,
You
cannot.
Which is quite unfair.
But the problem is, as a Kelantanese, when you go to KL and you speak KL language, Sounds weird.
Bro,
Do
it's
you feel like prim and proper? You're like, oh, I'm being too sophisticated right now.
Oh,
Because
wait.
I used to feel that about Scottish. Like if I was speaking too much English without any Scottish slang, I'd be like, oh, Queen's English. Like I'd feel like a bit too up myself. I'd be like, Alana, get down, humble
Alright.
yourself.
Do you want a bottle of water? And
Yeah.
something.
Okay. So it's kind of like if I speak English with a very thick American accent, and then people will think like, oh, this person atas ah. You think you're atas.
Yeah, that's like if a Scottish person, this happens a lot when young Scottish people, we go off to uni, and even my uni, like University of Edinburgh, which is in Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, is just flooded with English students. So we tend to slowly over time, because these English students haven't a clue what we're saying.
Kind of like Kelantan and KL,
We
Scotland.
have to
to them,
learn
kind of
to
like-
change our accent.
It's just like, okay, when you're how old? You came to KL?
Oh, so I came to KL before I study in college vocational. I study in electrical. But then I come back to Kelantan, play football in what we call sport.
Oh, you play for a club?
Sport school.
School.
Sports school.
Sekolah
But
sekolah.
in sports school, I learn about theatre. That's how I involve in acting.
Let's
Okay.
get to that later. Yeah. Okay.
So from there, I talking about acting. That's the first time I joined acting, and the first time I got one award, pelakon lelaki terbaik Kelantan Semarak Theatre 2015. I'm just like, gosh, I never play football and got any award. This is my first time
Wait. What for acting or football?
acting. Football, I never get anything.
Oh, okay.
Football, I'm just substitution.
Yeah, bro. Football is competition is lebih susah.
Yeah. So from there, I'm just like, I telling my dad, you know what, I'm going to be an actor. My dad, what?
You found your
Send
calling,
you
or?
to a football academy and you become an actor. Like
Yeah,
you're
my
not-
dad really pissed off, but my dad said, okay, go for it, you give a try. I know you're going to end up cancel this also, you're giving up.
Yeah, giving up.
Then I continue study at Aswara. If you know Aswara.
Aswara dekat mana?
Aswara if near Bukit Aman, near Dataran Merdeka.
Oh, okay, here KL.
Here KL. So Aswara, they teach a lot of things like arts, acting. When first time I go, I'm like budak kampung, just like see this kind of like high school musical, music everywhere, people dancing, people acting.
You should go visit Aswara. It's literally like
Yeah.
going into
So,
High School Musical.
okay, nak tanya, the demographic kat sekolah tu macam mana?
Aswara.
Yeah. Like
example.
lebih Cina, lebih Melayu. macam
Talking
tu.
about Aswara, we are the same. Like
Equal lah.
equal. Aswara really equal. We have like Chinese, Indian, all the same. We have like classmate Chinese, Indian acting, learning dancing. In Aswara, you need to learn Indian dance, Chinese dance, Malay traditional dance.
Also, it's like compulsory.
Yes, compulsory. Compulsory.
And that's great. When
Yeah.
you start to like combine and put these things on equal level, then people are like, yeah, they are equal.
Yeah.
It
That's
seems
great.
when you explain it like that, it seems like these are the things that we learn in kindergarten, but somehow us Malaysians, we
Forget about
don't
that.
really
thing
get it
Yeah.
to
Like,
be
you
united.
guys, like you're not from such a young age. Your society makes you feel like people are up. Some people are up and some people are down. One thing, like there's certainly not. I certainly disagree with a lot of things in like British society, but one thing I would say is we are all told you are all equal. You all have the same opportunities. You can all succeed if you try.
Okay, so that is what they say. We also say that in our teachings, right? We do say that, but in the how do I say this? Just the local amongst the local people there in UK, do like British people think that they're better than Scottish, stuff like that? Does that exist?
I think-
Okay, well there is that.
I think
Actually, there is like
Yeah. Humans.
like English, like when I first went to my uni, so similar to you going to Aswara, I had to completely change my accent because the English students in my class like didn't understand anything I was saying because I sound so Scottish back that time.
I wanna hear actually how you talk like that.
And then over time, you do realize that like sometimes people are looking down their nose at you. They're like looking at you in a certain way because you're Scottish and they're English.
Yeah.
There is that, but I would say over the years we're bridging that gap a lot.
Okay. So did you guys by any chance watch Baby Reindeer?
We
yeah.
did.
Awesome, right?
Just before we went to
Gosh.
Scotland or after, I can't remember.
Before.
Yeah.
I think of movies today compared to not movie series today compared to back then. The bar is very high today. It has to be very like thrilling and
like thought provoking.
yes, and then you a lot of plot twists where you don't expect.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
my question is, they are Scottish, right? Are they?
In Baby Reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they-
the comedian he's Scottish and the like lady.
So
is-
I'm sure you've seen her on Piers Morgan as well.
Yeah.
What's her real name?
Is her real name Martha?
Martha.
Yeah.
I think-
No, something.
Is
else.
that her stage name?
Yeah, I think it's
Anyway.
so it doesn't matter. But is that how you actually sound like growing
Before,
up?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not that
absolutely.
like hard to.
It's not, but yeah, I can understand.
But that's
It's
because
quite hardly-gardly.
she. That's because she talked with another
British person, which is
person. But
Piers.
if Scottish with Scottish, it'd be like, all right.
Yeah,
you got
because
some
Scottish
there.
with Scottish, we then don't hold back. All of our slang,
Yeah.
all of our stupid things like
Like the la in Malaysian.
The short
come out.
form,
Yeah.
they have also short
Damn
form.
stupid
like
lah,
Malaysian.
weh.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it just all comes out, you know.
yeah.
What about Ireland? Like, for me, I watched this video on YouTube, right? The most Irish accent ever is this sheep herder, and he's talking in Irish, and I couldn't understand. He's talking
Yeah.
Irish, which is English. I couldn't understand at all. It's so thick.
yeah, true.
Is it different it's also different than Scottish,
Yeah, like
like Conor McGregor?
yeah, like the
Yeah.
accent is different, and they have their own kind of slang as well. But I would say, like in the UK, Irish and Scottish people, we just love each other. Like we are in the same boat. Like we feel very similar, and they're also Celtic. So like,
Oh, it's not Celtic. It's Celtic.
so
Celtic.
Celtic is like the football club, but Celtic is like our heritage.
Yeah, the
So
heritage.
Welsh.
Sorry?
So like the football club is called like Celtic Football
Yeah.
Club. But our heritage is Celtic. So like Scottish people, Irish and Welsh, we're all connected because we're all Celtic. But like
Is that the region,
England-
the name of the region or something?
it's like our old history, like our people. Like English are like Anglo-Saxon, right? But we're all Celtic.
What is Anglo-Saxon? I almost wanted to
think-
pretend like I know what it was.
Well, to be honest, I also don't
White.
know so much.
Oh,
Totally white,
I
maybe.
think they're like
Posh white.
like
or
we're like
British.
Vikings, but they're something
yeah.
else, right?
So Celtic is kind of like Viking back then. Talking
No,
about
no, I
Celtics.
don't- yeah.
So this is
sure.
the design.
Oh, yeah,
so
this
this
is
is
the Celtic design, Scottish tradition.
this is my wedding ring. So it remind me
from
of
Scotland.
Scotland.
you went over there and purchased it.
Actually, they purchased it there and
My best friend. she
Best
brought
Okay,
it.
and delivered
Right.
it over here.
yeah.
It's a surprise.
No,
not
like
really.
I wanted Abbas to have a Celtic ring. I was like, look at these designs and see if you like anything. And I was like, you better like something. So this
It's
is
kind
our
of like
traditional
Sabah
design.
thing. You know, Sabah they have this kind of
Yeah, the tribal designs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite cool.
it's cool, bro. Yeah, Abbas. Actually, I want to ask. So, I did a few reels, right? I did a few snippets. We talked about Kelantan. So we are KL people, right? We hear there's two narratives. The first one is the mainstream narrative where it's highly conservative, and then they discriminate Chinese people, non-Muslim or what over there. That's the mainstream narrative.
Okay.
Then I heard another narrative, which is people from online comments, Kelantan people. They were saying that it's actually the opposite over there for them, because everyone there speaks the same language. That's number one. Regardless of, it's different here. Perhaps Chinese people, their bahasa is not very fasih. So over there, the second narrative to people there in Kelantan is they are all not divided because they all speak the same language.
Yeah, it's also like
And also, sorry, when they come, the Kelantan people like you come to KL and study or live here or whatever, work here, then then only they start to realize, oh my god, there's actually more racial divide than they realize. Because also maybe they start to look at the news and all. But yeah, they say they don't see that much in Kelantan. So
Yeah,
what is it
true.
actually?
So in Kelantan, actually, my dad have a lot of like Chinese friend. We go dinner together, whatsoever. Don't fear any divide. Like example, my dad have company, and at the side we call like I call Abang Boy. He's a Chinese. His family, like his family and my family know well. So I don't see any issue about racism. Even in Kelantan, they say like, oh, it's an Islamic country. But do you know, in Kelantan, we have this a big temple like Batu Cave, Sleeping Buddha.
Yeah.
In Kelantan, a lot of it, like more than 3.
Yeah, it's a tourist attraction.
Yeah, and
I heard about that.
nobody knows about it. And a lot of Chinese in Kelantan, they already say that Kelantan people is not the same like they share in the media.
Yeah.
And
so I guess, you know, people say that opposition or government, PAS has their political propaganda. DAP also have their political propaganda. So obviously I consume more of the Chinese sort of news. So maybe that's why I think that way also, right? Because they don't highlight all these other stuff.
I think it's always the case of like hearsay, right?
Sure.
Unless you genuinely go to a place and experience.
she
You will
already go
never
to Kelantan.
know.
What's your experience first?
Yeah.
It was just like love at first sight.
You know,
for me.
at first, before she came, I just tell her about Kelantan because I want her to lower
that's
her
true. He had a
expectation.
strategy. He was like, the house is this and the kampong is
I
this.
just say like my house is like
Kampong house.
kampung house. You need to go like a small road.
But,
You're scared, huh?
you know, before I say how my actual experience was, even when we met, and it was quite soon after we met, we realized we want to get married, right? So when I slowly started to tell my friends in KL, like, I've met this guy, oh my gosh, we want to get married.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Where's he from? And I was like,
Then
Kelantan. And then they were like, and I was like, what's wrong? Why are you so silent?
Let me ask, where are your friends Chinese, Malay, Indian?
So my friends are, I'd say Malaysian, because some of them are like kind of like maybe Pakistani parents
Okay,
or
got
whatnot,
you.
like, but
Every-
Malaysian. I'm not
every
singling
race.
out. Friends will know who they are now. I'm not singling like Malaysian.
Yeah.
But yeah, some Malay. Mainly Malays, Malaysians. So campur.
You all really have a bad reputation.
Yeah.
Right? It's so bad.
Yeah. So already I was like, oh right, but I just completely ignored that because in life, I know what humans are like. You know, I see it with my social media all the time. People jump to conclusions, people make stereotypes, and that's fine. You do that and you stay in your lane. Avi, me, and I stay in my lane. So I just was like, okay, whatever you say. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I need to experience this. I need to go see Kelantan. I can't just make prior judgments. So when I got there, it was like something out of a movie. Like I fell asleep the last leg of the journey because it does take 8 hours to get to Kelantan.
So from KL to Kelantan is 8
8
hours.
hours,
Yeah.
Kota Baru.
Oh,
and we
that's
love to
far,
drive.
man.
Actually, we really enjoy it.
Is there an airport there?
There is.
We have Pekalan Cepa, the first airport that Japan
Long time ago already.
come to Kota Baru.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, we were on the last leg of the journey and I did actually fall asleep. And then Abbas woke me up. And then when I woke up, it was like a movie. It was like the sun was out, the rice in the rice field was swaying. It was a bright blue sky. This mosque at that time, like, you know, I'm not wearing hijab. I'm still new to Islam. The mosque was like shining in the sunlight. And I was like, wow, what is this paradise here in Malaysia? And it was nothing like what any of my friends said.
Yeah. I've never been myself, and I've been saying for how many months already I want to go. Yeah, I do want to go. I've been
the
to
makanan. Oh my God, sedap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go, bro.
If you have-
it's about time,
Go
right?
try.
If you have a friends or whatever, you can go and give a try. But of course, I know that got positivity. Of course, got a negativity side.
Like anywhere.
Also, I'm no doubt about that because not everyone's perfect, and I see like maybe things now. Kelantan people also need to think what's wrong that they did. That people always say that need to think about that also, right?
So what do you think there is? We've heard about the positive side. What is the negative side? So is there actually some truth to discrimination?
To
Or is
discrimination,
it a very very small select few of people?
I understand got some people that might be too extreme and don't accept what we call don't accept other race.
Yeah, KL also got
Of course, Cat also got right. So for me, that kind of people that need to open their mind because come on, it's open for everybody.
Yeah, it was the same thing, bro. Like even like in 2017, one of my good friends, he's originally from Terengganu.
Okay.
He had his wedding there, so we went over. So at first we were like, oh, it's like Terengganu. We're not sure how it's like, because I went with my parents as kids, but I can't remember how it was. But the second time I went with my friends, my God, like everyone is so welcoming, bro. Like
That's
I felt
the
like
Yeah.
thing.
you could just have like food at like the normal stalls, but they're like so friendly.
That's the
True.
thing.
Well-
the welcome that
Exactly.
you get. It makes you feel like, whoa, like these stereotypes were all wrong. Why did I even believe this?
No, it's not only wrong. It's very, how do I say this? Very, it's quite extreme actually. The stereotype, like your reaction from your friends, it already says it all. Like that's how most people will react. To be honest.
That's why now, like, I am in a process where I'm trying to like break down stereotypes using my social media. So like two main ones. You've got like being a hijabi, which I misunderstood for the longest time before I was Muslim. Like, there's so much misinformation there. So that's one thing. But also just breaking down the stereotypes about Kelantan is like my mission for social media. I want to show people, look what I get up to in Kelantan. Look at the food I eat, the people I interact with. Like, look at my Raya vlog. If you go onto YouTube and look at my Raya vlog, you would be like, is that the Kelantan that I get told about in KL, or is that a different place entirely? Because it was just so much fun from like start to finish.
Yeah, I understand, because a lot of people know Kelantan. Oh, negeri termiskin di Malaysia. It's kind of poorest
Bro,
state.
negeri terraces also.
Terraces
Yeah, that
also,
people
yeah.
think also,
And
Yeah.
maybe why people say that, maybe a lot of they met a lot of people like that. That's why they just like put on stereotype like that.
There's another answer lah, which is political drama.
Also political
Well,
drama.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I'm guessing there's a lot of like older, more traditional men in charge in Kelantan, and they want to hold on to something that may not be relevant for a modern day Kelantan anymore. Like, for example, like in Kelantan, actually, like for example, Kak Aina Abdul, she couldn't go perform in Kelantan because
Who's that? A
like,
musician? Is it?
Musician, yeah.
she cannot perform in Kelantan currently, right? But male can perform. So I was trying to
Oh,
weigh
yeah.
this
Okay.
up, because recently there could have been an opportunity for me to basically go on this like Kelantan like musical festival and just speak to the audience, because like they know me as like Meklate, like, oh Alana, like that'd be so fun. But when Joy and I discussed it, we were like, but why should I be allowed to go on this stage when actually female singers are not allowed to be there? I'm not even a singer. I'm a nobody, really.
But are you allowed? Do you know if you're allowed?
I was being invited.
You were invited.
So I was like, but that doesn't make sense, right?
So why do you think? Yeah, why do you think that was? Is it is
So
kind of a
I'm
targeted?
trying to weigh it up, right? Because I totally get the Islamic view. I understand that Kelantan doesn't want to take big strides because they don't want to become somewhere like America. That's like their worst nightmare, that, things are just too liberal in their eyes. So I understand that. But I do feel like there can be some leeway there to still be Islamic, still be conservative, but just allow a few other things to occur. But I get it. They think it's going to be a landslide, right? They let one thing happen and then...
Example,
boom.
like we don't have cinema in Kelantan.
We want a cinema in Kelantan.
Cinema in Kelantan.
So
Yeah.
lepak mana, bro?
So they don't have bro, bowling only.
No, but shopping malls have, right?
Shopping mall, yeah. But normally people who from Kelantan want to watch cinema need to go to Terengganu.
Terengganu.
How long is that drive?
3 hours.
Boleh can take plane also.
Just to
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Okay.
Imagine Abbas has been in movies that have been in the cinema here in Malaysia, and his family in Kelantan cannot even go see. Like, we're on a mission now. We want a GSC in Kelantan. It's the first time I've said it on social media. I've been talking with GSC.
We
behind
talk
the
with
scenes
GSC people,
every
like
time.
we know some of GSC members, so we ask like, why you guys not go and open cinema? in
It's not that they
Kelantan?
don't want, right? They're not
Yeah.
allowed
They
there.
They
try.
say we try our best, but The government not allow.
So if y'all were to guess, right? Because we know the Kelantan have their own authority, they make the decisions. But let's say if there's a poll, right, and then every citizen, everyone staying in Kelantan has to vote yes or no to a cinema. What do you think the public over there would vote?
I think they're going to say yes. Because cinema, come on, bro. If you don't want like male and female sit together, you can like
you can do that.
Yeah, the GAC people already say that we already tried to separate them.
Like in
but they're not.
Terengganu.
In
that's
Terengganu,
part of the
in Terengganu they have cinemas, but they do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I thought Kelantan was too.
But just none. They cannot get it past the last part. The last part where the government has to sign off, they cannot get it past. So we're literally starting a mission now, guys. We want a GSC. And again, I get it.
Oh, that would be huge for
Kelantan.
I know, I get it. I understand both sides. Look, I have come from the West. I've come from the liberal side. And I've come into the more Islamic, more conservative side. I can absolutely see both sides. I can see that if you lit this little thing, or maybe they'll go wild and run with it. But no, like there are ways to have a cinema, still keep it Islamic. We're not taking hours and hours and hours out of children's day where they can't then go read Quran, where they can't then go to their Islamic classes. We're talking about a few hours at the weekend maximum. Like we don't go to cinema more than that.
Yeah, because you guys just you stop the cinema, they still have Netflix to watch at home.
That's the thing, and Netflix is worse. It's not censored. Here in Malaysia, there's many things you whip out of those movies. You're not having it in there.
So thankfully, right, us Malaysians, I'm sure when you were young as well, they sold pirated DVDs in Kelantan.
Yeah,
right?
Kelantan. That's a lot. We are lucky.
We are lucky that we have that.
Honestly, Kelantan, that's how they watch the movie.
And in the pirate CD, are you seeing the whole movie? You're not getting swear words blanked out. You're not getting.
It depends. Depends.
Normally we see everything.
Well, there you go. In the cinema, they're gonna censor it.
Yeah. Bro, you know when I was maybe 9, 10 like that, and I have cousins from Sydney. They grew up there. They came here to visit, and then I was talking to them. My first or second time talking to them, and then we were explaining like we download everything. We pirate like movies. And they were so shocked. They were like, what?
Because it's so illegal in Australia, UK.
A lot of countries. It's only in Asian countries, I think, it's become the norm,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's why a lot of the movie premieres happen here in Malaysia first. It's to actually like somewhat avoid all the piracy so that people actually just come see it before. I'm not really sure. I can't really remember.
You're Exhibit A. So did you download when... Sorry, are we talking about this? I guess so, right? Yeah. Was there such thing as pirated CDs or VCDs, DVDs in Scotland?
Like there was. I will be.
Oh, there was.
Back then, yeah.
When I was below a teenager.
Let's say 10 years ago.
Oh, there actually was shops that sell it in Scotland.
Not shops. That cannot be. People. Only like your friend's dad with.
We have like back then we open like Pasar Malam.
The Pasar Malam.
Like have VCD and they will like got police. They will cover with other CD.
Cover for what?
With like avocados or something.
No, cover with other music CD, MV.
No, we didn't have that. It was just that your friend's dad would find a back door to download it and just give it to you for free. We had Blockbusters, which actually was a DVD rental.
Yeah, Blockbuster,
business.
which is way out of business right now.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not only Pasar Malam. Ada kedai pun, bro. Yeah,
Kedai,
in Kelantan ada kedai?
Kedai, yeah. Normally, also they pirate everything. PSP, CD.
Oh, everything. If not, how to play, bro? One game so expensive.
You borrow or you actually buy it?
We buy.
It's cheap.
10
Because
ringgit.
it was like PS2 games costed like 5 ringgit.
5 ringgit, 10
It's
ringgit.
so cheap.
Yeah.
So an original game is 100.
Yeah.
Right? Who's gonna do that?
No-brainer.
Back then, like GTA in PC.
Yeah, bro.
10 ringgit.
Download everything. Yeah. Okay, bro. Let's talk about I'm not sure when you actually started acting. I checked out your IMDb, right?
Oh, sorry,
Abbas is
not
a
update
millionaire
yet.
on that. I don't know if you've seen it.
He's a award nominee as well.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
That was for Paskal, right?
No, award nominee is from Rasuk.
Rasuk,
So that's the first I get nominees, and also the story about
Were
this.
you a main actor?
Yeah, main actor.
Okay, sorry, I so
No,
didn't.
no worries.
I want to watch Rasuk though. It looks
So,
entertaining. Yeah, it
Talking
looks entertaining.
talking about the movie, I still remember that year I act in 3 different film
Mm.
and all
2000
different
2022.
2021, 2022.
Okay.
So I act in that time in the FFM Festival Film Malaysia.
Yep.
So even all the guy look at me and say like, bro, we already look this and this. Your acting, your character can define a good acting or not.
Mm.
So because my character is quite difficult.
'Cause
So
you were nominated.
yeah, nominated. So what happened is the guy that being nominated also sit on my side already told me that I'm just like, yeah, might be me, but might be another guy. And when get nominated, the guy that on my side got it. I'm just like, wait a minute, what?
And
Because
he wasn't
he's a good acting. He's
Yeah.
a good actor also, but he's not 100% acting, and the character is not that difficult.
You have a tougher role.
Yeah, I have a tougher role. I'm not doubt about this, but when I know like, oh gosh,
Okay.
that
So,
guy more famous than me. That's why.
Because he's a YouTuber.
what's his name?
It's my friend also, Ja Suzuran also.
Jasusuran.
Yeah,
Is a Malay dude?
Malay dude. Yeah,
Okay,
Kelantan dude also.
Oh, Kelantan dude. So you know him from last time?
No.
Or only when start working?
Yeah,
then-
and it's
okay.
so for me, then when I know, like I got a friend also a director. They asked like, so what happened is when we asked the Finas, the one that choose,
Hmm.
when we asked what your definition of a good actor, what your definition of a good director, they cannot give it.
Yeah.
They kind of like, I don't know. I'm sorry to say this.
This is
Just
called the film industry politics.
yeah, the
Yeah.
politics. Quite. I'm sorry to say this, but you guys know what you guys did.
So he's more veteran than you are, that guy.
Not really veteran. That's his first movie. He
It
never.
was just
Oh.
about fame because he had more like
Followers.
Mm.
Okay.
Quite.
Yep.
But at least I know my worth, and my directors know my worth. My producer know,
Bro,
and that's good.
yeah, because I saw went through your IMDb, and then the movies that you're in, right? I also expected your following to be more because
True.
because
true.
I'm not trying to
Yeah, yeah. I
I'm not trying to offend you. I'm
yeah,
just
I
saying
understand. I understand.
when I see Malay market, right? The actors have so many followers, bro.
Mm.
So big. It's huge, man. There's a couple of actors with 3-4 million
True.
followers. It's big, man.
That's what I try to do now. Back then, I don't really focus on this. Back then, I'm like, I want to be an actor that people don't know that I'm.
You want to be Keanu Reeves, is it?
I kind of like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
I don't
didn't
want to
see the
focus on
value in social media.
So after I get married, then my wife like brainwashed me. Then now slowly you guys can see I'm become a content creator.
But you also need to post your own content.
Yeah.
You cannot like, I will happily edit for you, but you need to at least come up with some ideas, shoot the content, because like you could grow so much, and social media will help you also get roles in like TV dramas or movies.
I agree with
Because
that.
actors see social media, like content creators, TikTokers, as like just like trash. Like I know
Back then,
that
yeah,
it's
back
fine.
then, back
Like,
then I might be thinking like that, but yeah, now it's totally different. You need to do what need to be done to stay relevant in this industry or not. You
that's
done.
100%. And
And also, I cannot 100% like put my hopes on acting. Of course, I need to think about other things. That's why we come out with Golba.
yeah, bro, and also so that you don't feel so bad, I also don't post on my personal account. I only post on podcasts, so I have to as well. You know.
you must. You
Must,
have to
yeah.
create content.
True.
You have to. It's the only way to grow.
You're gonna
jump
get a
on
lecture from
viral
Alana.
Yeah, that's
trends. Like people
Vishnu,
see
you
your
also.
personality online. It's the way to grow, and
Yeah, I
it gets
agree
you more
now.
things.
Let me ask
know?
you something, Alana. So for Abbas, this is definitely not something natural to you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, it's not natural for them as well to be in front of the camera and be talking. What about you? Is it
Like-
natural or you learn to do it?
Now it's so natural. It's so normal. Like it's what I do every day.
Mm.
But like before, because I started my channel back in
3 years
2020,
ago.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, coming up to 4, I think. Oh, no,
Four.
maybe around right. Maybe you are right. 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
But it was during COVID when I had left Malaysia
Yeah.
and then got to Bali and then was stuck in Bali for all these months because Malaysia closed their borders. Up until that point, up until like those 20 years of age, it was not natural at all. And those first months picking up the vlogging camera and making these YouTube videos, they're all private now because I don't wear hijab at that time. But if you were to go back and see, it's very like...
Is it private?
Don't know what to say.
Your videos
now
are
I like slowly start to private like my
Okay.
old without hijab videos. There's a few still up that I'm
Feel
like,
awkward in front of camera.
but I used to be so awkward in front of the camera. But like when you practice and you're like, okay, I want to make this work. So for 3 years now, I think almost 4, I've only ever missed an upload on YouTube maybe like 5 times. Like
Every
it's-
week, you mean?
Yeah, every
Yeah.
Sunday 6 p.m. I get very, very upset if I miss it. Like you
Respect
should
to
see
you.
Abbas. Like so on even if it's 5 minutes past 6, I'm really upset with myself. It's not what I should
Respect.
be doing.
I've been telling myself to upload an episode a week for forever.
You gotta just do it. The episode might not be perfect. The editing might not be perfect, but you've got to just run with it. Whatever it's happened, get it out. All right, on to the next one. How can you improve from that? All right.
I've got a lot of excuses. Are you interested to hear them?
Absolutely not. This is an excuse-free zone. I'm not listening.
Okay, so reason why I don't do it is usually so if
I
you
can
know
hear problems and find solutions if that's what you want.
maybe just hearing the solutions I'm cool without it. But these are sort of things that I already know the solutions. It's whether or not I'm going to put in the effort, right? Yeah, so reason why is because an episode I would do minimum of 5 reels. I used to do 3 reels, and sometimes I even do 7, 8 reels per episode. So it depends, man. If I just do 5 reels, then I can come out with an episode exactly a week after. It's still quite rushed though. Yeah.
And then it's about timing, right? And then
It
it's
is.
about team. Have you got a team? Someone helping you to create the shorts, someone helping you
I'm
to edit,
team.
right? And I get that.
Okay.
I was my own team for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Only in the last year have I finally found 2
Joey?
good editors. Joey is just a dream. Like Joey, my manager, like we've been working together just over a year now. Like especially when I came back to Malaysia this time last year, that's before I even met Abbas. I was like, all I want to do is be in Malaysia, live in Malaysia. I
Do
don't know
content.
how the heck I'm going to do it. I'd love to be making content here. And for that time, when I came back last August, just before Merdeka, I wanted to shoot Merdeka Parade. I knew it was going to be a good video for my YouTube channel. Me and Joy did not sleep during that time. We were a 2-person team, but it was still not enough to do everything. We were barely sleeping. We were scraping through a few brand deals at that time, shooting from in the morning we'd be editing, afternoon we'd be shooting all the way until like the early hours of the morning, thinking of ideas.
So if I had your work ethic, then I'd be able to do all this, no problem. It's all on me, I guess. Yeah, I'm just not as hardworking.
But it's also good. I cannot shut off my mind. It'll be like midnight and I'm like, B, why don't we shoot this short? Oh my gosh, how funny is this? And Abbas like, okay.
But he's in a lot of your videos too, right now.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
true.
slowly,
Alhamdulillah,
slowly.
thanks, B.
If not, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to be in front of camera. Enough my job in front of camera sometimes.
You apart from acting also, like just to post story like that, or it's not your thing.
Sometimes, I post
You kind of
story.
need to be pushed unless you're absolutely passionate about
Yeah,
it.
luckily you have Alana, so
Yeah,
you can't
that's
run
why.
away, bro.
Not too much.
God send me like this person to remind me to do this kind of things.
Yeah, no,
That's
bro. Maybe people don't say this enough, but you find someone that really loves you, I'm sure you know, and she will push you in all the ways that you need to be pushed.
And complete you.
Yeah, I'm sure you know that very well, bro.
Yeah.
And vice versa too. Like there's parts of my job that I don't like. I don't like setting up cameras. I don't like setting up lighting. I just want to get in the video, do my stuff. I'll go away, I'll edit it, I'll mark it, no problem. But setting up like a set, and that's like Abbas's forte. He's been on 101 million sets in his life.
Oh yeah,
He's like, okay,
I don't know why
let's
I
plan
also
here.
love to do this kind of thing at home. This is me. This is my job.
So this thing, right, I used to do it all by myself. It would take me about 45 minutes to set everything,
Yep.
or an hour. Now it takes me like 15 minutes only, because I'm lucky I taught my helper, right, a Filipino helper, to do it for me. So she also helps me clean up, so I'm so lucky.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like I do actually have a YouTube mentor, right? And since we got married, I have not even had the time to catch up with him. You just met him recently.
He's a local person?
Turkish.
He's from Turkey, actually. And he just knows everything about YouTube. So I'm really excited for this next few months when we have time to sit with him and you can ask him all the questions you want about YouTube. At this point, I'm not even allowing you to like not be interested in YouTube. I'm sorry. You can turn around at any time and be like,
I'm being
Alana, I'm not
forced.
interested.
Do you have a channel?
No, I don't
He
know.
does. He does.
Is it? Yeah, my personal channel. Just kind of like, I love to do like kind of time capsule about
Time
my
capsule.
dad,
Yeah.
about myself, and
You say your
some-
dad?
Yeah, my dad. Yeah.
A time capsule means like a steel frame, is it?
Kind of like a video, like example, like
Yeah.
I just interview my dad
Uh.
because I love that kind of thing. I don't have mom at young age, and my dad just passed away 2 years ago. So
Okay.
for me, I'm very lucky to time frame that, because of what I do is I'm thinking in the future when I have a kids, I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
grandkids, they can watch
Yeah,
and they can listen to the advice. So that's why I did.
Oh,
That's
our
nice, man.
bro, our children is gonna see a lot of us on social media.
Yeah, that's
something that we
We
never
think
got the
about-
chance to
yeah.
do.
I hope that they see a good thing.
They'll see a
That's
lot of
the
you,
thing.
Alana.
Yeah.
I know. But slowly, like, obviously, since I reverted, since I wear hijab, not
Yeah.
that my content's ever been like,
No,
Not
exactly.
PG or
Luckily, you
anything.
have not done a lot of
Yeah.
stupid
Yeah.
things, you know.
which I'm happy about. But yeah,
Yeah.
slowly now I do private the old content. But it's true, like, they'll
See,
see a lot of us
everything.
online. Articles as well that
Eh,
can never go away.
And guess what? They are most likely not gonna be too interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a normal thing. Everyone.
It's like Cristiano Ronaldo's son, like looking at Cristiano.
Yeah.
Dude, he makes fun. He will make fun of his dad because his dad is just his dad. He's
Yeah.
not a super. He
Yeah.
is a superhero, but not a super football player or what. You know
Him
the.
lah.
To
Yeah.
him,
Yeah,
but for
true.
me, I still like respect Cristiano.
Of course.
Dude, that guy
Bro.
just opened YouTube, beat you in one day.
20 million in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Oh, views
His
or
only
subscribers
dream.
Subscriber.
in one day.
Yeah.
And
What
you-
the
YouTube
fuck?
sent him the gold plate.
Gold plate
Oh,
one day,
stop
straight
it.
away.
You know
Gold
how
plate
many
is a million.
years?
I know it's so hard for a lot of
They
us.
should send him 20 gold plates.
That's not okay. I'm not happy about that. Like, trying to get your first 1K subscribers is
It's
one of
hard.
the hardest things I've ever done. Like,
Hey,
The
you wanna?
struggle.
I've even resorted right to. This was the dark days, I would call it. It's not so dark for me lah, okay, but I don't even know where I found this. I found some Facebook groups where they have, you
or,
know
like,
what I'm
follow
talking.
for follow or something like that. I totally
I
understand.
tried that up for, I don't know, maybe a month, and then I realized like, oh man, it's just getting worse.
Yeah, it doesn't
What?
help.
What's that?
It's like kind of subscribe. I'll subscribe to your channel, you subscribe to mine, or I follow your Instagram, you
Oh,
follow
okay, I
mine,
understand.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
So it's those sort of thing lah. They have that with I'm Instagram as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's like a hack, you know. But what it actually does is it
Just kind of messes up your algorithm, I'm
It-
sure.
it messes up your algorithm. The only plus is your subscribers are more, you know.
That's it.
But
like-
then your views are still down, so
Yes.
people will be able to read between the lines, basically.
Yeah. So you know how YouTube, right? They go on video retention, which means how long you watch the video for. Let's say it's a 20-minute video. If you watch 19 minutes, that's really good.
Yeah.
So those, if you do that subscribe thing, they don't watch your video.
Yeah.
So that's why your algorithm will be fucked, because YouTube will not like push. They know it's not a quality channel,
yeah.
you know. So it's stuff like that lah. But
Actually, like, your subscribers don't really matter.
No.
Your subscribers are just your kind of
Fan.
your own credibility, your own like ego or whatever. Like, it's really your audience retention
Audience, yeah.
and your click through rate. That's
if I'm not mistaken, last time it mattered. In the early
Yeah,
days.
true, because
Yeah.
they would promote your channels that you've subscribed to, videos to you. But now the algorithm's way more complex.
It's very different because I see channels. They've got there was this famous YouTuber, so Malaysian back then. Okay, he had like few 100,000 views, right? And then now the channel is he stopped posting content for a long time or something, or like he's like starting to rebrand now. And the views are a couple of thousand only, although he has like 600,000 subscribers.
He's back to square one, basically.
Yes. So I saw a comment, and then people don't know. You know, people say like, "Oh, this guy bought his subscribers," and he's polite. He replied them. He explained. He said that, no, he's just was an old time YouTuber, and now he's trying to rebrand. And yeah, he's a nice guy.
Welcome back. I'm here.
Do you know Ray Mark? You know Ray Mark?
Oh, the piano guy.
Yeah, you know Ray Mark.
This one guy is on every YouTube video, regardless what the content is. You would see him comment, and I don't know why. Like,
Oh, you mean now?
no. Like last time.
Okay.
I mean, even now.
Which
maybe.
is a good, by the way. I also like do the same. Like
Yes.
when I post a video, I'm going
Right.
to the top 5 channels that
And the
are
comments.
that will be
Related to your channel, is it?
It's like the top 5 videos that are showing my video. So then I'll go and comment on their videos.
That's a strategy.
Yeah, Hussein taught me that.
How do you okay, so now that I found out about this, how do you know which are the channels that are the top suggested videos for your channel?
So this is on YouTube, right? So you'll go to the video and then you go to analytics.
Okay.
And then you'll basically just scroll down and it'll tell you what channels are showing your video. So it means like the subscriber is watching their video and at the end your video is popping up.
Okay. Yeah.
So then you can just like comment.
Go and
So a
comment,
lot
yeah.
of these are actually my Indonesian YouTuber friends. So I have to always ask Abbas to like translate the titles for me, and I'm like, hey, what's going on in this video, because I need to know what to nicely comment on it, because a lot of them are like speaking Indonesian, so I'm like, hey, what are you saying?
Bro, I think Bahasa Kelate is the same like me listening to Indo.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can understand Indo?
You know, yeah, I can understand.
Do you have Indo friends that you speak with?
Yeah, I have some, but sometimes I can understand them. I try to speak, but I just speak in KL.
Yeah, bro.
I love how they roll the R. It's kind of similar to Scotland.
Is it? Like what example?
Well, I'm thinking of the word like bang it, like
Bangit.
Bangit.
Yeah, bangit. Bangit is what? Sangat, right?
Yeah, sangat.
Yeah, sangat.
But like if you
Ngentot.
say an R, they just like
That's fuck, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
like I don't know, like batagor. They like really like.
Pacalele, nasi goreng.
Bro, how did you get the Paskal role? It was a small role, but was that your first film?
My first film, like
Yeah, so
2018. I
Yeah.
still in Aswara studying. So when I got it, I'm the youngest one.
But how did you get it? It was
Just casting actually. I just like that time. I just told myself I need to do this. I need to become an actor, a professional actor. So once I get that role, got the story behind. All the lecturer happened like me. I'm the one that at Aswara that time, as a student, now get a role in a film. So the lecturer like, how on earth you can deal with this?
no, bro. Talk about how you managed to get it, like
Oh, to get it. All right.
yeah. Who do you speak to? You know, or
I just search for it. I just search on internet, and I got into one group they call talent group.
yeah.
So they blast
yeah?
like, we have this kind of job, come and casting. I go
I'm
casting.
inside that group also, but
Is it?
yeah, bro. I used I did one or two. I went for 2-3 auditions. I only did one gig that was paid. I'm just an extra. Yeah, so it's that sort of group.
So in my life, I already go more than 100 casting in my life. So that's quite tough things to do. Is just go casting.
How
go
about
casting.
before Paskal? How many casting auditions have you gone for?
My first casting is 70 years old. I came from Kelantan to KL that time before I study like Kampung Boy. I'm the youngest one there. So that's my first casting. Everyone's like, what the hell this kid doing here?
Was
I'm
it
just like,
for what's
TV presenter.
Bro, it's kudos to you lah, bro. It's no really. It's sort of like people talk about making it in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the reality is failure after failure after failure.
True.
Going to castings, hating going to castings, you know, and other people who probably you think, oh, don't do as good as you, and then they've already got connections, stuff like that.
True.
Mm.
I
You know?
coming here. I remember I used to sleep at masjid, at the mosque, because don't have place to sleep.
No way, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, from Kelantan.
quite a lot of struggle. I still remember after shoot Paskal, I don't have place to stay. I sleep. I asked my friend that time. One house only got 3 room. We live around 11 to 12 people. So when we sleep, like got someone leg on your, and I only sleep with kain sarung lipat and just sleep like that. A lot of struggle that I face for the to become an actor. It's not easy. A lot of people like, lucky you, you are an
not
actor,
easy.
you be in this.
So much rejection after rejection.
100, yeah.
Bro, so no, bro. So I'll be honest, okay. When I check out IMDb, your record, right, and then I saw Paskal was one of your first films. I thought, mesti ada connection,
Oh no.
No, of course you think like that.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's
I
a big
understand.
movie. Who's the director?
Adrian
right?
and multimedia Asian tropical film producer. So also for me, I'm just like, gosh, I'm not going to lose this chance. Or in my mind, I'm always like, take the risk or lose this chance. Take the risk, I say myself, and I go. 18 years old. Everyone just like, when I go for shoot Paskal, I don't tell my age. I just like go with the flow.
They don't ask also.
No, I just like be friend with Hyro and whatsoever. They don't know my age.
You know all of them, right?
Yeah, I know all of
They're
them.
like Abbas's buddies.
Now they are
hang
my
out-
buddy. Back then they not really know me.
Were you okay? This is interesting. I see Amma very often. I just saw him yesterday also. Yeah, we go to the gym together. Amma, Alfian. Yeah.
Is it? Amma just we just like Amma just asked when to go gym.
Because Abbas
Where
used
do
to gym with them, but since he got married...
Yeah, after get married, I don't really go. Gosh, I go gym with Amma. 4 a.m. I'm puke. Amma is laugh.
Bro, Amma is mad, bro.
Mad, bro.
really
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Why you don't let him go gym? So no girls
No,
look at him.
No.
It's okay, just we didn't have time.
we don't have
Not
time.
that I'm going, I'm saying like we
thought you-
genuinely were so busy.
I thought
like,
you were controlling.
No,
I'm-
it's
I'm
too
literally-
busy.
What did I tell you yesterday? I was like, did you text in the chat? Are you going to go gym with
Yeah.
the guys? Because I
Then,
think
yeah.
it's so important. And when I see them like at movie premieres, like they're genuinely all really good friends because
Yeah.
they also shot like Bomba together. And
Yeah.
loads
Yeah,
of
my
different movies.
latest movie is a Bomba, so stay tuned.
November coming out, right? That looks good, man. I saw the
Bro, my
trailer.
friend, one of my good friends, Sasi.
Sasi, gosh,
Oh,
Sasi, our
Sasi is in Bomba.
Sasi-
Yeah, he's in Bomba
Sasi
as well.
Oh, you know Sasi?
Sasi what?
I mean,
Sasi Drin.
Sasi Darin, he's an actor.
Sasi
as
Taran,
well.
yeah. Is that the one you were mentioning?
Yeah, he
Gosh.
acted in the what Gang Kubor. That's
Okay,
the one I
okay.
was
Bro,
telling you
Sasi, you know, when we go for training Bomba, you know, Paskal, we have training, arm training, gun
Got
training.
you. Yeah.
Bomba, we training, but during Ramadan, it's crazy. Dude. You cannot eat, you cannot drink. We train with this 3-layer of fire suit. We've been thrown to fire, real fire. Like imagine this kind of room, 23 people, they burn the room.
Oh.
And you need to go down from level 5, do repelling.
Ada beli insurance tak?
Tak ada.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck, man?
Well, I hope I become a next Tom Cruise. Now, listen out, guys. I have dive master license, Paddy dive master. Stay tuned. Paraglide and inshallah skydive.
That's it. My dad calls Abbas Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
It's like, right then, is
Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise
to
going to
be.
say hello?
Bro, let me ask you, how confident were you when you were 18? Or sorry, 17, driving down to audition for Paskal? How confident were you that
For
you are
me, I'm
going?
just like, that time I have nothing to lose. I'm just like, I came far away. If you guys want to take me, but I try my best and give you the best. And that's it. They ask me, do you do this? Do you do this? I say, I can do it. Can you swim? What if we want to throw you to the open sea? Yes, throw me, I said.
This is life as an extra as well. at
Like
the
young,
start.
fearless.
Yes, you know, in life you need to have that. Even though whatever you want to do it, don't scare to lose. You can, of course, you will fail in certain place, but don't scare of fail. Just do it first.
Yeah.
bro, like I was like, what is your goal like in movies? Like, what's your end goal? Like, like you have to do this by a certain age, like in film or like.
Back then, I always wanted to go to Hollywood, honestly.
Okay.
I always wanted a award. But after I learned the hard way, sometimes even how good you are, you're not going to win your award. But at least now, what my goal is, I want to play different roles.
Yeah.
I already did it. Rasuk, Tiga Janda Melawan Dunia, if you watch it. Three
so
Widows
funny.
Against the World.
Yeah.
And the other is, of course, Paskal, whatsoever. And my goals next is I want to do what others Malaysian actors that didn't do yet.
Yep.
Is maybe jump out of the plane, or maybe if someone pay me to get a license to fly a plane, I open
Oh,
for
that means
it.
doing your own stunts lah as well.
Kind of like
Bro,
that.
Dalam
Right,
Paskal, they did jump out of the plane, got right? Or bukan?
In
Dalam Paskal, did they jump from the plane? I saw the parachute.
Oh no, that one no. Nobody have license that time. They just use a real Paskal.
Oh, it's a what do you call
CGI.
stuntman
Stuntman
CG.
lah.
I
That's
saw,
why.
Bro, I saw Amma driving down, bro.
I talked with Hairo Azrin about this. I asked Hairo like, hey, why not you take a parachute
He
license?
said, bro, I got family, bro.
Yeah, I got family.
He said that that time, like when you meet Amma, Hairo, do you look up to them because they're your veteran?
Yeah,
They're the
yeah.
senior, sorry.
Yeah, they were like my seniors. Like Amma teach me a lot about gym, even though I'm not like buff like him. Hairo also like taught me a lot about the life and success life. I still remember Hairo sent me back after shoot because that time I just go with Grab. So is it Ramadan that time, 5 a.m. in the morning? I still remember open his sport car.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to open it. And we just laugh at it, and he just like, you know what? At first I also like that. I'm just like, one day I will have one of this.
But is there a special way to open a sports car door? I don't know.
I also don't know. It's
Was
kind
it
of
like going up instead of out?
kind of kind of like the door handle.
The handle?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
So that's a lot of story behind that, and of course I look up for them. And now Hairo Azrin, I heard that he already retired.
How old is he? He's very long already in the like
I'm not
movie
sure,
star.
like
right?
30 something, I think.
Oh, that's young.
Almost like Amma, like 35 might be. And yeah, I thought like he the one that going to be the Tom Cruise Malaysia because he also flexible, but he retired. So
Yeah, we're waiting.
I
for you.
talked with him, like he also I asked him like, hey, why you stop? And he said like family first. And he also said like might be you guys next. I'm just like,
Yeah.
inshallah.
Maybe he's already made a good amount of money.
Yeah, I can say that also. Maybe if I have good business, I will.
Who knows what your motivation is when you are already at his level, you know,
True,
do it
true.
for so long.
Changes.
Because when you're young, you don't see this kind of things. Like when you're young, you have this driven. The world that you see might be only this, but when you maybe get older, you see a bigger picture.
And also, not to mention, once you have children, right? That people, and Hairo, like you said, is 30 plus.
Yeah.
So I assume his kids are young.
Yeah,
and
true,
what's more important than time? Time is something time spent together is something you can never get back, you know, with your children. Let's say you've got work, you have to miss their birthdays, you know, stuff like that. These are the type of things you cannot get it back.
Yeah.
So maybe
family first. Yeah, I still remember a lot of things that happened to me, like when I lost my grandpa, my grandma. Every time like I shoot Bomba, also I lost that time Rasuk premiere, a big gala. I am the main actor, but I don't go to the premiere because the night before I got called my grandma passed away. So I don't go to premiere, and everyone just like, why Abbas don't go to premiere? Are you that sort of guy don't like premiere? I'm just like, no, that's not an excuse. I need to put my family first.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Yeah, same like the next year, my grandpa, I shoot Bomba. The next day is PC, and the night before, the morning, I got a call. My grandpa was passed away. Straight away drive from JB to Kelantan, take 12 or 14 hours. So for me, I'm like, that's not a lie. Family first. Family
Of course,
first.
bro. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, just now I was saying, you guys use Umobile, right?
Oh yeah.
So I use Umobile as well, right? And I don't know whether you guys received this. I received a call yesterday. I don't usually pick up unknown numbers, right? So, do you guys pick up unknown numbers?
Me? No, I just hand it to Abbas.
So I sometimes just pick up
Like no name is just
unknown.
zero. Yeah. I don't usually pick up because in my experience, unless maybe I order Grab food,
Okay.
you know, or I know I order something from Shopee or Lazada a few days before, you know. If not, right, I don't pick up because I know most of the time is some scam call. So yesterday, this guy called me and he's speaking Malay. He's so well spoken in Malay.
Okay.
Speak very well mannered, and he's saying that it's your anniversary for using being a member at Umobile, right? So we want to give you a two months reward, right? 2 months don't need to pay the bill. The bill's about 50 a month. Yeah. So he said he's saying that it was something like 2 months you don't have to pay, and he's talking very nice and very calmly. And then he said like suddenly become like 500 ringgit the reward. So he's saying like this is credit. You know, you put it in your Umobile account credit, and then you can keep using it, don't need to pay like that. Then I'm like, oh, okay. And I was a sucker lah. I listened. But what's crazy is, so you know Umobile, right? Then you will have like, I don't know if you all use postpaid or prepaid or what. They will have like an update say that, okay, your bill is due. Do you get messages like that?
the text,
He is messaging from that message. So
that number like 2330.
the Umobile number.
Yeah.
So I see the history is 3 years ago, 2021, when I first registered. He's using that number. Not only that, he's telling me that, okay, you see, you go to your Umobile account. He's saying that he is saying very nicely, I want to because I told him like I'm not gonna simply like give you any details and all. Then he tell me that, okay, Umobile, your last bill was this is when you paid, you stay at here, you know, what your full name, everything, email. He said all of that. So I got to trust him a bit lah.
Wait, he know that.
I think you need to call the police.
So what happened is I assumed that he hacked into Umobile database.
Then he get the information there.
I think so, because bro, not only that. So he said to me, okay, now I'm gonna transfer you a test amount, okay, one ringgit, right? And then once I send you, you just go to your Maybank. I'm using Maybank. Go to Maybank and then press approve, right? So I got the 1 ringgit. Then I just press approve. Oh, okay. Then after that he's like, okay, now we will send in the 500. We will send 2 times, 250 and 250. And before that already, he was telling me about what's my ask me what is the last 8 digits of my debit card number, whatever I used to pay, right? He said what is my last 8 digits, and he was reading out the first 8. Then I said like, why do you need my last 8? He said no, because he wants to confirm with me, and I couldn't understand it. I think he also was like trying to confuse me. So I said like, if I've already paid with you guys for so long, shouldn't you already have my details? You know, because there's also auto billing.
But he also just sent you 1 ringgit as well, right?
Yes, he sent me 1
Just send the
ringgit.
250, no problem. Carry on.
Yeah, you
No,
already
because I pressed no. This was the 1 ringgit was after we talked about the credit card thing. Then I said like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna give that to you. So he sent me the 1 ringgit, right? And then, so you know, credit card, they have the number behind and the expiry date and all. Yeah. So I said no, I don't want to give it to you lah. Then he said okay, so I'll send you 1 ringgit. So he said I approved the 1 ringgit, right? Then he said okay, now so I'll send you 250 and 250. And then when he sent the 250, I looked at it at the Maybank app. Then I realized that it's 250 that I am paying to him. And then I checked back at the 1 ringgit. The 1 ringgit is not him paying me, it's me transferring. Yes, they're like, holy shit.
What the hell?
So it's a scam.
So
right.
what did you do?
I immediately when I noticed, I said like, fuck you, scammer. Then I just put down. That's all.
So you
Gosh.
did pay him 250?
No, I paid 1 ringgit. The 1
One
ringgit.
One.
So I know that his scam, right, the way he's trying to scam, you would have to go to your account and press approve. Yeah, if not,
you want to pay with your Maybank to you, but you need to approve at the your apps.
you need to just press approve lah in the app.
Gosh, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's something new.
Yeah, so I know that I still check my transactions. If there's anything, there's nothing. So I know that he can only do it if I press approve. So he was so good at talking that I didn't even check whether the 1 ringgit was me transferring or him giving it to me.
Oh gosh.
So I look at the notification, you have just transferred 1 ringgit. Oh, I didn't read properly. I thought it was receive 1 ringgit.
Maybe what we can do is report the number that the
It's a
account number.
it's a Umobile number.
Umobile number.
Yes,
Oh,
bro. That's
ah.
why it's
Yeah.
like the scams are getting more advanced.
Imagine this thing they call into a machi or whatsoever. Someone like
Yeah, true.
they're not
Yeah.
going to know.
Bro, I guarantee you they won't know because he's so good at talking. The flaws I noticed was when I got suspicious, I say like, bro, it's like I still don't understand. Why do you need my credit card numbers all? You already have everything. Since I'm a customer. And then he will laugh. He's like, oh, okay, we don't have any. He said, kita pun tak ada masa untuk main semua ni. Like, then I realized, oh, you mobile people won't say that. They won't say kita tak ada masa untuk buat semua ni or main or what. They won't say that. They will explain properly. So when he said that, I realized, oh, it's a bit fishy already. Yeah. Then after the 1 ringgit, I realized like, fuck, this guy is he's just someone who's so good at talking. He's a salesman. So good.
But like the worry is really how much information he has access to and how he has access
like
to
how
it.
might be
that's why-
someone sold him the information.
Yeah.
Probably. So
Maybe someone in Umobile, your stuff.
Probably.
You guys need to check your stuff.
yeah. And so I brought it up, right? Because I thought you guys told me a Umobile, so I was thinking like, oh, maybe y'all
Was
received
I
a
just
call.
was
Well,
it just
might
me?
be us next.
yeah. So now that you guys
We're
know
gonna
about
be
it,
primed and ready.
that's
Thank
that's
you very
good
much.
reminder. That's
play
good
with
reminder.
him. That's what you
Oh,
should
he
do.
will. He will.
Yeah.
I would
Abbas
love.
loves this sort of
Have
thing.
you seen there's this YouTube channel called
When they scam the scammers,
Yes.
right?
Have you seen that?
And that one.
They,
no,
they
no.
literally put like a video. I can't remember. They turn on like a screen in the
Oh,
scammer
in the
place,
okay. Now
And
I
it's
see. I see some
them.
footage.
and this they're just being
Gosh.
scammed.
So it starts out with and if you look at this dude's video, More Kid Boga is the name of his channel, right? If you look at all of his videos, millions views, and each video is 2 to 3 hours long, and
Oh, the money he'll be making. 'Cause he's also American.
Oh,
right?
he's making bank lah. So I understand why people listen to it, right? Because at one point, right, when I was listening to it, I would fall asleep to it. I'll just put it on because it's so funny. He's just pissing off the scammers. So the scammers call him, and he will put a voiceover. It's not a voiceover, an editing app to change his voice. It's usually an old grandma, so like an old lady. It talks like a granny, and it's you can't tell. You think it's just a grandma talking. So the grandma, he will act very stupid, and then he'll try to
And he's also watching them and how
Yeah.
they like react.
because he has the number and he knows how to hack into their IP, and he can check out. He can even like hack into their camera, right? And
Yeah, if got
yeah, so
Wi-Fi.
so he would freak out the scammers, like saying, "Oh, I know where you are right now," and all. And then the scammers will freak out, and they shout they'll shout at the top of their lungs because they're so pissed off at this guy because they thought it's just an old lady that doesn't understand simple instructions. So they get super angry and annoyed at it, and they just a lot of videos are the same. It's
Because
like,
I wish that guy can come to Malaysia and reveal all these scammer.
True.
okay, guys, I think we're gonna wrap
True.
already. Yeah,
Alright.
guess how long we been doing?
I think it's been like
Two?
oh gosh, I think almost 3.
2.5.
2.5.
Wow.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's very fast. man.
my timing. quite
Is that
accurate.
like normal? Do you usually?
Normal is about under 2 or 2. Yeah, but I do. The last episode was 3 hours, and it's crazy, man. At the 3 hour mark, we could have gone because, Tiban, right? You know Tiban?
Mhm.
Tiban and Peter Davis. Yeah. We were just talking non-stop, and then Peter was getting into like this conspiracy stuff, and I'm like, oh dear, he's talking
that's a
about
rabbit hole.
bro. It's a real rabbit hole. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat some of the things he said. Right, this is so crazy. You know how? Do you guys you know the song "We Are the Champions" by Queen, right? So at the end of the song, it goes, "We are the champions of the world," and then the song ends. There is no "of the world." Like Vishnu, do you mind playing "We Are the Champions"? Yeah, at the end of the song, "of the world," right, that part, there's no "of the world." So we were just freaking out, and Peter, the podcast guest, Yeah, Queens.
Not
Because
Ottawa.
everyone thinks the last.
Listen. Just go to the toilet, possibly. Yeah, just here.
Hey, but
But is the right reaction.
I'm sure.
You sure
Isn't
you?
it just like karaoke when we're all like of the world?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No. So exactly. And when Peter was showing
But
this to
that's a
me,
theory, isn't it? What do they call that theory? It's when so many people believe something that we all trick ourselves that that's the reality when it's not the reality. Like facts about like history and stuff. We all believe the same thing, but it's not. What's that called? It's got a name, right?
Oh, I heard about this. One thing. This is my friend, director. So, I'm not going to say who, but
James
he
Lee.
no. He's been hired just to make a stupid video. Also, this is from America trick. When the president do something, have some issues, so how would they attract audience to not look at that issue? They hire the stupid artist to do something controversy.
Yeah,
To buy.
bro. So it's stuff like we were talking about, like
Remember
stuff
the
like this.
submarine, by the way, the submarine that like
Those
went
billionaires that went
underwater and all
underwater.
the billionaires
Oh,
died.
yeah.
That was the same week that they released who was on the island with
Jeffrey Epstein. So
So we don't know. We were all distracted. We don't know what other
So-
celebrities and big public figures were there abusing young women.
So the Trump assassination attempt, right? And I mean, people are just a lot of people believe it is an effort from the what's the opposite of Republicans? I can't remember. It's an effort from the Democrats, and what do you call it? A coordinated attempt assassination. There's been 4 or 5, I think 4 successful assassinations on the presidents. 13 attempts, if I'm not mistaken. So this shit has happened many times before, but people forget, and people think that, okay, the gunman, right? So if you all remember the gunman, who they would say they always use the same reason. A lone gunman acting alone means he's like sort of those outcast in school, it doesn't really have a direction where he's going in life, and then he's just one of those crazy extremists that do something crazy, and then they found like evidence of him working with people from the Secret Service, blah blah blah. Then it all you start to think like, oh my god, there's so many things, but you can never confirm it. Another thing is also they took note of the boy on the roof 30 minutes before he set up the guns and whatever. They knew he was on the roof, and then people say that, okay, but also they don't have orders to shoot this person unless he shoots first. So you're thinking like, but didn't 5 or 4 previous American presidents, didn't they get assassinated, and 11 other attempts on assassinating one? So what is this rule you're talking about? And
That's right.
Suppose if they seen him with a gun, then they need to act. But if they didn't see him with a gun, they need to at least send someone up to be like, hey, what are you doing on the
Or
roof?
might be they just like, is it one of Secret Service?
oh, he was not in costume, he was wearing just chill casual
Talking
outfit.
about this, a lot of I go through Paskal training. Just now I go Vet 69 Commando training.
Just now
Last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, just recently.
for a movie role.
Just for
For the
Astro.
new Tatlook.
okay.
For the new
movie.
Tatlook movie.
Yeah.
But I'm not I just like
It's a
go.
reality
Yeah.
TV show to back up the new movie.
So a lot of them, the real commandos,
Yeah.
you're not going to tell when you met them.
Yeah,
you're just going
true.
like, are they
'Cause
real commandos?
We've
look
seen
like
them
very-
at the movie premiere, but I hadn't obviously seen them at the training, so I
Their
wasn't
body is
there.
not that tough, like example Amma, but
They're just
they
like
are-
family men.
They're just like,
But they were like shouting
But
at Abbas at the
I can
training.
tell each of them a sniper, a good shooter, or whatsoever.
I mean,
But,
you don't need muscles to fire a gun.
yeah, but also the training quite tough, bro. If you go, even Paskal,
I heard about that from Amma, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Amma don't talk. I still remember I asked Amma just like, don't fucking talk with me.
So just shut up.
Yeah. Because it's really crazy,
Which
bro.
was the toughest part? You had to carry the boat, is it?
The boat make a scram. If I can show some video that we need to, this is the VET 69. We need to sit under the boat, and the boat's on top. Someone inside the boat, and we need to push the boat move along. Also, the CQB gas. So the tear gas. I sit inside. I told myself I'm not going to get out. So Chiang is one of the producers.
I met
Chiang.
Yeah.
Chiang also wanted to join. I'm like, all right, cool.
Did he join?
He's joined.
Why
So
Chiang
once the tear gas, she
Yeah.
was like, "Sorry, I need to get out."
So what happens when the tear
So
gas
what's
comes
happened,
out?
bro? It's kind of like chili and heat, minyak panas or whatsoever, go at your neck. I hide my hands. It's kind of like get itchy, kind of like semut gatal, right?
Yeah.
Got thousand of them biting you,
Okay.
bite your skin, and inside your lung, you cannot breathe. Kind of like someone spray reset.
Yeah. So did you cry?
I'm not crying yet. I'm just like, and one by one, get out. One by one, get out. Till me and this one guy, and that one guy get out. I'm just like, oh gosh, what I'm
Just
going to
me.
do here? Then after that, they say, all right, congratulations, you last, get out. And he said, you know what? Let's open the mask and feel the gas. I'm like, are you sure?
Oh, you were wearing masks.
Yeah, mask.
But it was still so crazy that
Crazy, bro. I opened the mouth. I just cannot breathe.
Yeah.
Straight away cry, mucus out, saliva out.
Oh dear, mucus saliva.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy, bro. And thank God, Chiang just tell me that I got the first. After 12 people, I am the first one standing.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
The last one standing.
It should be out when this podcast is out. It's actually a reality TV show,
Yeah.
VET 69.
Yeah,
you'll
what's
be
it
able
called?
to
Sorry?
see-
VEC 69 in Astro. Yeah,
So
Commander.
you'll be able to see everything they went through on this.
Where did
training.
y'all film it?
In Ulu Kinta, a real Navy, not Navy base, sorry,
What was
Perak.
it? Commando.
Commando base. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, a lot of it is in Perak.
Yeah,
Lumut,
in
is
Perak.
it?
Lumut. Commando also we train at Lumut, and that's my first time holding real gun, dismantle.
In Paskal,
real
you didn't get to hold the
gun.
guns.
Yeah. In Paskal,
Okay.
imagine 18 years old
Yeah.
can
Yeah, you
dismantle.
can see the video. It's on Abbas's Instagram.
It's crazy, bro.
We've been trained. Close our eyes, dismantle it. But if you ask me to do it now, I don't
You
remember.
can't remember. Yeah.
Usually, how long is your training period, bro, for any movie that you've been
It
in?
depends on the movie, man.
Depends on the movie, and also like at least 1 week or 2 weeks.
Okay.
The training is a real hype, real to build up also to get the audience all excited.
True.
Yeah, because you guys are going through the real shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had to do that though. Like,
This just Malaysia, right? US also got
I've
more to gun training.
never been like exposed to all this like acting stuff.
If I'm not mistaken, Paskal was like I said, there's a lot of hype because they had to do that training all. A lot of other action movies, you probably don't have to do so
Yeah,
much.
like the stunt double goes in.
Starting
or-
with Paskal, and everyone have
Bro,
trained.
bro, you guys did things also that was not even in the movie, right? But you all just did it.
Yeah.
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 Really, that's why
For
it was
fun.
the
If you ask Amma shoot a machine gun.
yeah.
Shoot some rifle.
Yeah.
And also it's good for as an actor, we need get the drive, how to feel, how recall the guns recall.
It's sort of trying to what do you call it? To push the method acting.
Yes,
Yeah.
method acting, yeah, true. It's
Um,
quite cool. From that.
Speaking of acting, my favorite was probably did you like Joaquin Phoenix in Joker?
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix.
In Joker.
River Phoenix also, and his friends.
Who's
also,
River Phoenix?
His brother.
Okay, I never.
And
seen-
also Heath Ledger. You know, Joaquin Phoenix, brother's friend with Heath Ledger before.
Heath Ledger.
Heath
Oh,
Ledger.
okay.
Both, I see, I love Joker. I wish I can
I
play
love.
that.
So which is better? Heath.
Both, no, for me as an actor, both have
So different.
so
yeah.
they both have specialty.
Yeah.
Mm.
Both have specialty.
Okay. Not which actor. Which movie is better? The Dark Knight or Joker?
Oh gosh, hard to tell because if tell the Joker, because of Heath Ledger, people notice Joker. And also, Joaquin Phoenix, he make Joker alive.
Oh, it was so the difference is Joaquin Phoenix's version of the Joker is
Yes.
like sort of a one-man show already. Like he's carrying the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was way more intense. But I remember when I watched The Dark Knight as well. I remember watching it and I thought this is my favorite movie of all time. And I went to IMDb the night after and I went and checked the ratings. Dark Knight was number 1 or number 2.
Gosh.
So after the first few weeks it dropped a bit, the rating. Then now it's like top 10. You know.
But talking about that, don't forget about Christian Bale, a great actor. A great actor also.
A great actor. Heath Ledger outshined him.
Yeah, but
Really.
Heath Ledger, what we learned as an actor. So he went to crazy method acting.
Yep.
So why he take his life? Because he go deep into the character, and the character he thinks still what going to happen with Joker. So he don't want to take his own life. Nobody can take his life. He the only one can take his life. That's what the Joker think. Then kill himself.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. So okay, he's playing a character of a psychopath.
Yeah.
So he took it.
So
to
what happened is, I love Heath Ledger also. I do research. So what happened is Heath Ledger after finish the shoot, after rap, he's still studying the character.
Oh, cannot let it go.
Cannot let it go. So he booked one hotel and stay inside that hotel and just studying the character and end up overdose.
Oh no.
overdose
On the
on his
character.
on the work. Oh dear.
Overdose on
Someone
the
should have
drugs
dragged
also.
him to the
On the drugs also. Yeah, you
after
hear
party.
you hear stories like that, man, of like
Yeah, I remember
actors.
just before, I think when they announced Heath Ledger was playing the Joker, people hated him for it because everyone's like, why are you getting this guy? He sucks. Because I think everyone knew him for Brokeback Mountain at that point.
Oh yeah,
The characters.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, what a joke. You're going to make fun of the Joker. But how he was in the movie,
So,
oh my god.
The previous Joker before him was is it Jim Carrey? That was the
Jack
Riddler.
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
But got few of it.
Yeah, there was a
Joker.
few, but I
Yeah.
can't remember them.
I only remember
Oh,
Heath Ledger, bro.
Heath
Yeah,
Ledger.
that was,
make alive.
Amazing when he smashed the guy's face into the pencil. Do you remember on the table?
Oh yeah.
Boom.
A lot of things that
Crazy,
not
bro.
scripted that he think
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
by himself. Like
the
example,
hospital one.
yeah, hospital
Yeah.
one. Example, the bomb itself. He came with himself.
Okay, bro. Who's your all-time favorite actor?
Gosh, sorry to say, but if me, a lot of people like, if I want to play as
Action
an
movie.
actor, we have a guideline.
Yeah.
Example, like I would say, of course, Christian Bale, and for action, of course, Tom Cruise. Dude, that guy, fucking fly a F-14 by
Yeah,
himself.
he's so
And
crazy.
In Top Gun, is it?
Top Gun,
Yeah.
and Top Gun got being raised as a best movie of the year in the world last year. That's crazy.
I don't want to spoil the party. I wasn't a fan of Top Gun.
I understand.
Oh, no.
You go for Top Gun, the
I-
latest one, right?
Yeah, not the
Okay.
old one.
Okay.
The latest one. I think it's because
Serious?
there was so much training. I was waiting for
The
fighting.
the dog fight. Okay.
Yeah, and then at the end of the
Fun.
movie there's no fighting. Also, it's just
It's
they
just
complete the mission.
Plot twist after plot twist, though.
I
Like, I'm not
understand,
even big
understand.
into movies, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is
I understand
so
the
great.
storyline, is it?
I don't know. For me, I'm sorry guys. I just wasn't
Too
a
much
fan of
build
Top
up
Gun.
and not
Yeah.
enough climax.
I expected a lot of action, but
I
I mean,
understand.
it's a different sort of action. Okay, it's more intense, and then about the teamwork and all, chemistry and stuff.
Like the relationships.
Yes,
as
the
well.
relationship. Sorry, yeah.
So I don't know, but for me, what I see is an actor flying a plane, never done before. So maybe that's what I see.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about
But
that.
Mission Impossible also crazy. Tom Cruise just show us everything that he can done. Parachute, paraglide.
See, B, if you showed on your social media all the things you can do, then maybe, producers would know
it's
more.
not, it's not just what you can do, it's also what you're interested in. You just talk about what you're
true.
interested in, and naturally what you're interested in, you know way more than most people already, right? Because it's like your bread and butter.
I hope so. So yeah, looking for me if one do some action stuff.
Jumping out of planes. This
Abbas,
is your guy.
so someone in the probably last question now. Someone in the our Malaysian movie industry that really has that fire in him that you look up to a lot. Really takes method acting to the max and all.
Gosh, let me be honest with you, because mostly I look up Hollywood, but Malaysian got some of it that maybe I see. If you ask about character, Sahizi Sam,
Yeah.
because he play
Which one?
Sahizi Sam, you know,
Yeah,
he play a lot of different. For me, a good actor is the one that can play a different characters in a different roles.
That is totally different.
Totally different, and also like he make alive the character and visualize from what director want. And for me, I don't know, Sahizi Sam, also Brom Parale, and few of it.
No Ama.
Ama,
I'm kidding, bro.
Ama can go gym, bro. We can go gym together.
Yeah. Okay, come, let's wrap already. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you've watched up to this point, more than 2.5 hours. Hope you've enjoyed this episode so far. Shout out to Gold Bar. Yes. Hopefully they will have some in stock. Alana and Abbas.
We'll certainly try.
Hit them up if you guys want to try out this Scottish delight. It's very sweet and tasty. Yeah. Thank you, Abbas, for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much for invite.
No worries, bro. Glad to have you on.
Thank you, brother.
Up and coming, not really up and coming. You've already been in quite a lot of movies.
Up
but
and
yeah,
coming,
but yeah, young
The
actor.
best is yet to come.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All the best, bro.
Thank you so
in your
much.
future work stuff. Alana, thank you for coming as well.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having us. Thank you.
All the best as well in your content creation and your
Thank you
journeys in
so
Malaysia.
much. Yes.
Yeah, perhaps we'll do it again next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you-
always watch this
Absolutely.
podcast. Never know that Alana be invited and I be invited to
Yeah.
this.
how
Hey, thank
fun,
you, bro. I'm
really.
shy now.
Because you guys have been around for a while now.
Not people always like you guys. It's just me, you know.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
know, I know.
what I
Yeah,
remember
true.
the most is this sofa.
So does it look exactly like it?
It's
Yeah, it's
different. Like
quite
when
comfortable.
You come.
It's
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
That's the whole.
Makes you sink in.
That's the whole point, you know, comfortable so that they don't feel like they're doing an interview.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's sometimes right. People still don't get it, man. In the comments, they're like, you're talking too much and not asking enough questions. Like, bro, it's not an interview.
This is my
it's different.
podcast, not
Yeah.
yours.
I'll say.
Yeah, it's just like we just talk whatever in our mind. That's it.
But you know what? Haters fuel the algorithm, and we stay in our own lane and we carry on, and that's it, right? So.
Yep. Okay, alright guys. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode so far, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments, thoughts about this episode, what you thought about the guests, who you want to see in future podcast episodes. Always try my best to reply to the comments. And yeah, we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
bye bye.
Yeah, I'll do one more. Alright guys, so if
Missing my homies, I'm missing my oldies, my brothers, my cronies. We all went to court, but before only courts that we knew were the ones where we were shooting three, selling Kobe. To a legend, rest in peace to the old me, rest in peace to my brothers, rest in peace to my whole team. The oldest, I'm missing my shawty.